Hey, what up? It's Brad with Home Love Construction. Welcome to another episode of the Critical Path Podcast. I have to say, this is I probably have with me today the most well-known, or at least well-recognized individual that I've had on the show so far. Today I have with me someone who is an international superstar. He is the founder of the Ridley Academy with over 40,000 students. It is per Insider, was it Insider?
Insider Weekly,
the #1 piano course on the internet, Mr. Stephen Ridley.
Thank you.
Happy to have you, bro.
Nice to be here, brother.
Yeah. So, dude, what's interesting I've been so excited to talk to you, like for a long time, actually. I think the first time I ever came across you was probably, I think it was about 2 years ago.
Really?
Yeah.
I did not. I thought you met me a few weeks ago. I thought that was the time of his meeting.
Well, met you, but like became aware of Stephen,
amazing,
right? And I saw you play, and I was like, this is different. I was like, whoa, so like something different's happening here. Because I played piano a little bit when I was a kid, and it was very rote. It was very like just da like memorize shit, right?
Yeah.
And I gave it up, but then I saw you play, and I literally like the next day I was like, I didn't do anything. I'll admit here, I didn't do anything with it, but I literally went and like bought a keyboard with my wife because I was like, our daughters are going to fucking play piano because it's so amazing. So I just wanted to tell you that.
That's awesome.
I didn't want to tell you that off camera.
That's so really cool. I love
this is his actual reaction. But
and I just met his daughter, Penelope.
Yeah.
Amazing, bro.
Yeah, she's awesome. So dude, you're also amazing. So I've seen you over a couple years. It seems like in the last, I don't know how long it is, and you can kind of fill in the gaps here, but you've had an explosion of growth, expansion, and it seems like to an outside observer, living like your purpose in life. Is that true?
It's very true. It just occurs more and more over the years. Like I start off, what is my purpose? Then you kind of get a little more, and then you lean in, and the more you lean in, the more it goes, and you just build in brick by brick. And then every now and then you get a big pile of bricks, and in some seasons you wonder, do I have any bricks? And dude, I'll tell you investment banker, became a pianist, playing in the streets, going around the world playing in the streets, then start getting invited to do all these fancy parties. Yeah. And the weird thing about playing fancy parties is these are like the wealthiest people in the world, very, very, very successful people. And they throw incredible events, and it's incredible. And the beauty of, as soon as you get booked for a few of those, well, all the guests are also that circle. And so then you get booked for that thing. And it became this amazing, like going around the world, loved it. And the exact reaction that you just said to me happened all the time. And they went, I want to play. And after hearing that a few thousand times, I was like, I'd always ask, well, why don't you play? Yeah. Oh, well, I had lessons when I was a kid, or I tried YouTube, or tried some app. But they essentially just say they tried something, it didn't really work. The education sucks. And I'd been through the same kind of education you had, very rote, very drilled in, very passionless, confusing, overcomplicated, serious. And
so serious.
That
was definitely the biggest issue, was that I thought it would be fun, and then it wasn't fun.
Right. Because when you look at the end result, you're like, it's the most beautiful thing. How could the pursuit of that not be anything else other than like amazing? Yeah. And they couldn't be more opposite. The same thing for me. I became a musician because I was inspired by musicians. And then when I was like doing this, I was like, what is this? So I'd always had this thing of like, but then it's like anything, and you must have this in your career. When you get to the top of the mountain, when you finally go through that and you look back down, you go, well, actually, it's kind of simple. Mm-hmm. It's like a lot simpler than I was making it. And I was like, I didn't know if I could or couldn't, but I had this idea, if I could make this a lot simpler, because I don't really use that, and I don't really use that. And man, all of that stuff, like there's a better way of explaining that. And I sort of just saw a path where I was like, well, if you knew this, and if you knew this, and if you knew this, that will get you through like 90% of music. And I'd spent 20 years learning piano. I don't use 90% of what I learned. Wow. And you
don't use 90% of what you learned?
No, not at all. It's true, but it's true. Like, you do all this amazing construction stuff, and some guy could come in, some super advanced physician could come in and tell you about the vectors of the thing and the trajectory of the and that's true, but you don't need to know it to get the job done. And it's the same,
bro. This is so perfect. I have a degree in physics.
There you go.
Don't use it a lick.
There you go.
Yeah.
Perfect. I have a degree in philosophy, politics, and economics.
Shit.
Yeah, dude. Fuck yeah.
Okay, so I have a lot of questions. First one, what is hand yoga? Can you explain that to me?
Yeah, very simply, like when you play piano, you use your hand in a way that is not like you use it in day-to-day life.
Right.
And so a lot of the reason why people think they suck on piano, they mentally understand what they should be doing, but the hand doesn't actually execute. But because they're trying to do a bunch of different things at the same time, they're overwhelmed and they don't know what's going wrong. So they're trying to play, they're fumbling, it's not quite right, and they're confused. And all of that occurs at the same time. Because when you play piano, you're essentially doing many things at the same time, many little things at the same time. And the normal way that you learn piano is you kind of learn to do all of them at the same time, and that's very overwhelming. So hand yoga is a way of just isolating the physical movements of piano, which are very simple when you put all of your attention on it. And instead of trying to read the squiggles on the page that don't make sense and the language that's in Latin and Italian, which you don't understand, and coordinate 4 things at the same time, which you don't know how to do, and do different rhythms on different, there's a whole, instead of doing all that and trying to figure out how to move your hands, let's just, I normally close the piano to do this.
Yeah.
Let's just work on the movements of piano so that your dexterity, your physical ability comes up. It's not building muscle, it's building a coordination in the hand. And then the purpose of doing that is by putting all your attention on that, very, very, very simple stuff, you can very, very quickly get it so that you don't need to think about it again, so that when you then come to the next step, you're not sitting there wondering about your hands, fumbling, stumbling, wondering what's going on. You can just put all of that attention now on the next step. And that's it. It's very simple stuff. You do it 3 to 5 minutes a day, about 3 weeks, and that's it.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
So in terms of the what you're saying is making a lot of sense. I think of it as like, I take golf lessons, right?
Cool.
Like I actually have a golf instructor who's he's actually from England. This old British chap. And he literally does the same thing. It's literally like we break the golf swing down into the component pieces.
Right.
Because a lot of people learn the golf swing as one motion and then try to tweak the motion as a whole.
Right.
He's breaks it down into its component pieces and let's just tweak this part that's fundamental, get that perfect, and then you can build out. It's literally like a gradient. It's literally just going on the correct
exactly
gradient.
that. And I got it. I always wanted to fly.
Yeah.
And then you look in a cockpit and you're like, what
the definition of overwhelm.
Literally.
Yeah.
And but you start with a glider, and a glider is just one rudder. That cockpit's just literally a stick.
Really?
Yeah. And you go up and it's hot air that keeps you in the air. And so as a young boy, I'd go up and you're literally just doing the stick and there's a guy behind you. And so that's the first gradient. It's just feel the motion of the thing. You come down. The training is just so step by step by step by step. I'm since moving here, I start getting flight lessons. And
wow.
But the last thing they do, it's not like, I'll give you the equivalent.
Yeah.
The traditional approach to piano is welcome to flight school. So today we're going to fly to Boston. If you, it's you're wait. There's, and they teach you whilst doing the flight, and they don't do that because you die and everyone will die and the plane will crash.
Right.
Instead, they do, this is what this button does. This is what this button does. That's the purpose of this. Right. Try that. And then you try it. Here's a simulator. Now go try this. And it's this obvious step-by-step way. When the stakes are that high, we do that. And it's the same thing. And the irony is, and I don't know if you find this in golf, because my brother, he's 11 years older than me. He's been playing golf my whole life.
Yeah.
He wouldn't like me saying it, but he's not a championship golfer.
Yeah. I'm not very good either.
Right. But the breaking it down thing that you're saying, weirdly, by breaking it down into smaller steps, you get much faster progress. It's unintuitive. It's unintuitive because it seems like so much extra work. I've got to break this down. Instead of just learning one swing, I've got to learn the 15 different pieces or whatever it is.
Yeah.
That seems like it's extra work, but it's a lot faster because if you break it down, it just simplifies. I don't know golf. But
yeah.
Whatever is that first motion, I'm assuming is very simple.
Yeah. Just the takeaway, just to get the golf club to 90 degrees.
There you go. And it's okay. Yeah. And I can totally think with that. Exact same thing.
Yeah. Yeah. That's amazing. So I have so many questions because I've seen so much of your ads. By the way, actually, maybe before I ask about what's in the ads, dude, where did you learn to market? You are an incredible marketer.
Thank you. ironically, I hate it. Believe it or
No
not.
way.
No, honestly.
In present time.
No, now less.
Okay.
But
Because I was going to say there's no way you hate something you're that good at, which is kind of a datum in itself.
Potentially. But well, let me put it this way.
Okay.
If I could drop any one of the things I do, that would be the things to drop.
Wow.
It's not intuitive to me. It's so not British to put yourself out there and be like the big loud guy and blah, I can do blah, blah. I don't like that. But I do it because it's effective. Yeah. And I'd grown this product. I spent 9 years developing this product, and then the world doesn't know about it. And it's amazing. And you take people through it, and then you see the results, and I'm like, look, I've got to get it out there. And in COVID, when COVID came, I was the same on social media. Like, I don't do social media. I don't like it. It's just this attention grabby dance for the camera. There's something so propitiative about it that I'm like, I don't want to do that. There's something degrading about the thing. I don't know what it is. So, but then I got over it. It was COVID. I'm like, look, I've got to find a way to reach an audience. Yeah. And I was doing it through performing. Well, now I can't perform. And so I made an Instagram account. I started posting videos.
Oh, wait. So you were getting students basically just by performing?
This is before students.
Oh, no students at that time.
No,
I got it.
I'd not launched a school prior to COVID other than directly selling it to people. And initially it was a super luxury thing because I would have these billionaires who would pay me to go there for a weekend. And they pay me $150,000 and I show up for a day. And and
oh my God,
and I would do basically like a little masterclass for them and their friends.
Wow.
And I bring them up and I show them cool tricks, and that's what they wanted. And but the pressure of doing that was I've got to figure out how to deliver a lot of value very fast.
Yep.
And then I wanted there's only so much you're going to be able to do in a day. Yeah. So I wanted to leave them with something that would take them on the whole journey. And that was then the product that they would buy. And it was very expensive to begin with.
Oh, wow.
And I did this huge high production value thing, and it's all very fancy. And then in COVID, then I'd seen it worked. And then in COVID, I was like, okay, I want to keep performing. I felt super suppressed. I'm like, in the time when the world most needs music, day one of COVID, I'd gone to a train station to play. And my intention of doing that was there was going to be loads of people and let's uplift all the people. And I got there and there's nobody in the train station. I was with my buddy and I was like, oh. And so I did this performance and he filmed it on an iPhone. It went on Facebook. On Facebook, it got over 160 million views.
Oh my God.
Yep. Never had a video do that. And I put a few days later, I put it on YouTube, 1 million views, which at the time for me was like, oh, I'd never had anything that did that. And but it showed me how necessary and needed the thing was in the moment. It was just the vibe of the world needed that thing in the moment. And I felt a tremendous sense of purpose. I'm like, in this moment, this is when I want to contribute, like beauty and upliftingness. And the world hasn't really changed. Like something happened at that time. It created a confusion, which I can still see the effects of.
Yes.
And
we're still in it.
Yeah.
For sure.
Whatever they started, it's like, and so this beautiful healing power of music, whatever that is, I was like, yeah, that's what got me into it. When I'm in the village and I'm kind of a bit depressed and I listen to this music, wow, and it gives me dreams and inspiration. Yeah. And so I'd started putting music on social media, and then every now and then a video blows up. A load don't, then one does. A load don't, then one does.
Yeah.
And every time it did, I made a decision at the start of COVID, like I won't let the government stop me from doing my job. So I'm going to fucking play. And I'll play if there's nobody there. I'll fucking play. And Instagram has this live feature. So I go Instagram live. The first time I went Instagram live, there was 0 people on the Instagram live. I did a 3-hour set.
Wow.
And I pressed end and it said 0 viewers. It gives you a summary when you press end.
Yeah.
0 view. The last one I did, 9 months, I did 2 a day, 6 hours a day.
Wow.
The last one I did was just over 70,000 people.
Oh my God.
At that live. Grew a huge following. And then I had the piano course. And at the same time, I was like, okay, I did this one time in the streets, playing in the streets. I played on certain streets in London to begin with, that over 100,000 people a day walking down there.
Wow.
Yeah, that's 3 or 4 Madison Square Gardens. Even the Rolling Stones don't do 3 or 4 Madison Square Gardens.
Yeah.
So tremendous reach from that simple act. And that got me the next step, because I would play in the streets. I'm like, I don't know what the opportunity is, but I know someone's got my opportunity here today. I don't even know what it is, but there's no way I don't play for 100,000 people and put myself out there. And let's say 10% of people love it. And of those 10%, 1% are in a position to go, hey, I've got a collaboration idea. And it's exactly what happened every single day. Oh my God, I've got an ashram in India. I've got a string of whatever in America. I've got a record label in Paris. I've got a blah, blah. And it just started taking me around the world. I said yes to everything. And online is a less impactful way of doing the same thing.
Yeah.
It's the virtual, it's artificial, but it's an artificial way of doing the same thing. It's not as effective.
Really? You would say it's not as effective?
Dude, nowhere close. Nowhere close.
Wow.
You see me play.
Yes.
In the room.
Yes.
And then you see me on Instagram.
Yeah.
So that's
True.
it.
You're right.
When you've been there.
Oh my God, you're right.
Yeah. When you've been there, you will not, like, that's fans for life territory.
Yeah.
I just got booked.
What did you say?
Fans for life.
Oh, friends for life. Yeah, totally. Totally. Sorry, I thought you said fanciful life.
No.
Like, is that a British thing?
British. But I still get bookings from people who, hey, where'd you find me? I saw you in the streets 9 years ago in Madrid, or you were playing in a train station, blah, blah, years ago. Like, I still, because you leave something, I can remember. I remember the first show I went to, Paolo Nutini. I'll remember it forever.
Yeah.
I still listen to his music. He's still like in my top 10 playlist. That's not because he did some great SEO. It's because he left me with a feeling that I will always remember that.
Oh,
and
wow.
it was an experience. And I was like, wow. Just like you remember your big vacations, that was a spiritual vacation that I went on with that dude. But online's not that. But like artificial intelligence, it's artificial. It's not actual intelligence. The same thing with this. It's like it's an artificial outflow. It's not real.
Yeah.
But fine, it works. So to answer your question in a long-winded way, the marketing thing is, I didn't want to market. I didn't want to stand there and I don't know how to do it. I know nothing about it. I have an idea of an infomercial guy. And I'm like, I suppose that's like the personality that you're supposed to have. I don't like that.
Yeah.
Nothing about it felt natural. But by that time, I'd sold it on Instagram initially.
Yeah.
And then I'd kind of...
Of course, on Instagram first.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To like my Instagram following.
Yeah.
And let's say like 1%, 2%, 3% of people picked it up. And then it's like, okay, well, that's kind of it now. Now what do I do? Where's the next people? And there's word of mouth from the people who buy it. But it's like, how do I go and reach the planet with this? How do I reach a planet? Well, one option is I'm going to go get 7 billion followers. But you don't need 7 billion followers. You can just, that's the beauty of paid advertising. You can have 0 followers, do effective paid advertising and reach hundreds of millions of people a week.
Yeah.
And my ads have reached billions of people.
Totally.
Billions of people. Like this, we know the number. Multiple billions of people. The average person in America has seen my ad 13.9 times. They don't follow me, but I walk through an airport, they know me. I check in, they're like looking at me funny, like And so that's the driving purpose. It's like I've got something, I know it works, I know I believe in it, and that's the spirit behind the marketing.
Yeah,
and that's what it is.
What's the funniest experience you've had with somebody recognizing you in public?
You might not know who this is, but there's a rugby player called Jonah Lomu. He was a New Zealand rugby player. He died when I was young. I was growing up watching him.
Oh, wow.
And my dad loved rugby. I love rugby. And he is, to me, the greatest rugby player that ever lived.
Wow.
A giant. He just run and people bounce off him. And I was in Las Vegas in an airport flying back. And the lady checking me in was like, you know, I think I know you. And I was like, oh. She's like, yeah, I think you might be my piano teacher. And I was like, okay. And turns out she's the sister of Jonah Lomu.
Wow.
And I was like, where are you from? New Zealand. It's like, oh, wow, you're an All Black. And she's like, well, actually, my brother was an All Black, and tells me this whole story. His dream was always to play piano.
No.
Yeah, she went to play piano because it was like there was this whole connection. And I've had so many experiences. I had a lady come up to me yesterday. I was parking in a supermarket here.
Mm-hmm.
And a lady came up and she's like, oh, you know, I've seen your ads and, you know, I didn't really like you. And then I went to your web class and then I think what you're doing is like the most amazing thing. I was like, did you buy it? And she's like, no. And I was like, oh, fail close. Like, come in next time, I'm going to try again. But in honesty, it's like, I know the game.
Yeah.
Like a fraction of a percentage of people will become customers and they will fund the outflow of the message.
Yeah.
And that's what I want to do. I love the idea of people seek a release in a lot of different ways. And some people seek it with fentanyl, and some people seek it with porn, and some people seek it with alcohol and booze. And there's so many degraded ways to get the monkey off your back.
Yeah.
And my entire life, you sit down, you play a few notes, you're in aesthetics. And even if you feel like shit, when you can make that shit beautiful, it just isn't a shit anymore.
It's true.
You sit down and play Adele, we could have had it all. Like, you might be heartbroken, but there's a beauty to it. Like, it shines a light on everything. Yeah. And it's an instant magic. It's an instant, there's no side effects other than more friends. And it's a beautiful pursuit. In ancient Greece, everybody could play 3 instruments by the age of 11. We don't do that anymore. And I think, wow, that's a rich culture. Look at what that culture output. They could speak 3 languages and they could play 3 instruments by the age of 11. They were made to contribute from 6 years old. You had a job from 6. I'm like, wow. And I would read, as I said, at university, I read a lot of philosophy. And the one thing I took, I read a guy called Epicurus. He's this philosopher from way back. Yeah. And he talked about the art of living and the best way of living and the beauty of existence. And I'd read this stuff and I'm like, man, like a beautiful life. We don't target a beautiful life anymore. Wow. We don't target that. We target a functional life. We don't target a beautiful life. You travel to Italy. People go to Italy. They don't just build a bridge. They could have just built a bridge. Yeah. They don't just build a bridge. They got gargoyles and statues and you walk around Italy and it's free. You just walk around like this. Yeah. And they did that 1,500, 2,000 years ago. Yeah. How much future were those guys thinking with? They weren't trying to just get the most cost-effective building. They weren't targeting the best ROI today. Yeah. They were trying to make an effect on generations. And they did. And and it shows you like the priority of beauty and aesthetics and been uplifted in that culture. They didn't just do functional stuff. They made it beautiful. And it gives everything a magic. And we still travel there today just to go look at it. And that's the thing. That's what I love. I could have sold toilet seats and I could have sold shoes, but I like music.
That's so funny that you said toilet seats. A good friend of mine has a show on HGTV, and he also was on Shark Tank for a toilet seat invention that's now in Walmart. It's just that's so. I'm gonna have to send him a clip of this.
There you go.
But so I wanted to ask you, what's your job, Stephen? You said my job a couple times. What is your job?
I have a lot of jobs. The one I've most taken upon myself is I'd like to be a friend for the world. And I'd like to have a 2-way, very open flow. I want to share what I know. When I was young, I wanted an adventure. Yeah. I want an adventure. I see a lot of people not living. Yeah. I see my dad going to a job he doesn't like every day and coming home and justifying why he's doing it. I would see my mom playing small and coming home every day and justifying why she's doing it. And they weren't happy. And then they would say things like, no one's happy. And,
oh, fuck.
Yeah. And then I became an investment banker and I was miserable. I was working 20 hours a day on a job I didn't like. My dad had died. That scared the shit out of me. We had no money.
How old were you?
15. Yeah. Then there was no hot water. I was going to a really fancy school that was very expensive. Yeah. I was there on full scholarship, but everybody was rich. And at that age, people start getting cars. Yeah. And they're getting Mercedes and Ferraris, and I'm pretending I'm...
Because they're the rich kids?
Yeah. Yeah, yeah. And I'm pretending that I'm an environmentalist because I couldn't have a car.
Wow.
I'm so Greenpeace. I wasn't. I wanted the fucking Ferrari. But I didn't notice it at 11, but I noticed it at this age. And my dad had died. He was the breadwinner. We had nothing. My mom worked in a government hospital. There was no hot water. I was wearing hand-me-down shoes. And I felt the pinch. And I felt there's no dignity in poverty at all. I'd read Dickens and I read Hemingway and I read these beautiful books that romanticize poverty. And there is a romanticism to not needing anything. There's a grotesqueness to needing material stuff to be enough. That is grotesque. But there's also no dignity in poverty. There's no dignity in not being able to get what you want, not being able to reach for what you want, not being able to create the effects you want, not being able to take care of people in the way that you want. I didn't like that. And there was this immediate downgrade when he died. So I went to university. I studied my ass off. I went from being like the class clown to, no, fuck this. Like, I'm going to win. And
when
he died.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
Held him when he died. And I was like, there is no safety net.
Yeah.
Honestly, there never was one. But now I realize there's no safety net. I was just coasting. Yeah. I just thought he was going to make my decisions for me. And he'd always, look, you're going to do this, you're going to do this. I was like, okay. Yes, sir. He's a military guy. It was a very strict upbringing.
Oh, wow.
he died, and it's like my decision maker's gone. I'm naked. I don't know what the fuck to do. I don't know how to survive. And there is no safety net. And I'm very aware I live in a place in the UK where there's very high unemployment. I don't know any millionaires. I don't know anybody who does anything for anyone. I don't know anyone living a big life. They're either on government welfare, they're criminal, or they're in some small situation that they're not happy with. No one's happy. And everybody's living less than their dream. And no kid was dreaming of this. And I'm full of these dreams, and I start panicking that I don't know how to make them real. I don't know, man. And everyone's telling me it's time to grow up, adult world, get real, all these kind of be small, accept a box, accept your thing. That's unrealistic. Naive little Stephen. And I start, the pressure of like the adult world is kicking in, and I don't want to agree with it. But if I've got to go into that, I've got to win. If I've got to play that game that I don't really want to play, I got to win. So I go to university, I do the triple degree, I get the highest grades, I absolutely crush it, triple first class honors. What am I going to do? I Google highest paid job, because if I'm going to have a job, it better be high paid. Google highest paid job, says investment banker. That's how I wind up in investment banking.
Yeah.
I don't even know what a bank does. I know nothing about the job.
Yeah.
I don't care at that point. I'm like, I was desperate to survive and very panicked about survival.
Yeah.
And I get in this job and I'm miserable. And I'm like, all this time I've been working for success. And success to me, when I was imagining it, had a feeling.
It had a feeling.
Yeah.
Success had a feeling in your imagination. Yeah.
I thought it would come with confidence, peace of mind, a love of myself, a lot of friendships, being the man. Well, I've got the fancy job. Where is it all? Why am I lonely? Why do I have no friends? Why do I hate my life? Where's all, and I hate the job.
Yeah.
And I thought I'm doing nothing of any value for anyone. And I start realizing, hold on a minute, like, all I learned from banking is that money has a price, and I didn't like the price I was paying for the money, because the price I was paying for that money was doing something I don't want to do all day, every day. That's what my dad did. I was just in a slightly fancier cage. And I would call my mom, and she'd say, Mom, I'm miserable. It's 4:00 in the morning. I'm wired out. I'm working 7 days a week. I call her, I'm like fried, and my hair was falling out, and I got really upset. And I called her, I'm like, Mom, I'm miserable, but I have no safety net. I feel really lucky to have got this job.
Was the hair falling out kind of the last stage? You're like,
no, my teeth had started wobbling.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah. It was wild, dude. I wasn't sleeping. And,
wow.
It was a 20 hours a day, 7 days a week job. I was in the top team of the top investment bank on the planet, and reminded every day that you're a 1 in a million shot to be here. And the pressure of that job, whilst also hating it and been completely uninspired by it. It was a weird mixture of like, you wake up in the morning, I wake up fucking miserable. I'm going to spend all day long doing something I don't want to do. And I'm going to go to bed more miserable than this. People tell me all the time, oh man, it's really hard to chase your dreams. It's like, I'm like, dude, it's a lot harder not to.
Yeah.
Waking up every day and knowing I'm going to lose today.
Yeah.
Fucking sucks.
Wow.
And I live that life. And I call my mom, and she's like, well, Stephen, everyone hates the job. At least you're getting paid for it. That mentality, I was like, so you asked me what my job is.
Yeah.
I want to be a friend to the world. I quit that to live an adventure. Initially, I want to feel there is an emotion to life. And I became aware of that emotion through art. I would read adventure books, and I go, wow, living could be this adventure. I'd listen to songs, and I get all these ideas of a life and how it could be. Childish imaginations of I'd listen to Rolling Stones' Miss You, and I'd imagine a velvet room and going in with like a shirt and dancing, and it being like really cool, and there's like smoke and stuff. I want to live that. Yeah. I don't just want to play days. I want to live that. I'd read, Treasure Island, and I'm like, wow, like the adventure and the unknown and getting smashed by life and the love and the heartbreak and the baddies and the goodies. And I want that. I want that. I don't want a retirement plan. And if you do 3 years and then you get a promotion, you get a 20% raise and blah, blah, blah. But the insurance costs on that, fuck that. Like, I didn't sign up for it. Yeah. That wasn't the life I signed up for. I want the adventure. I quit. I play piano in the street. I have no fucking idea what I'm going to do. I didn't even plan really on that. I just saw a piano. The guy said if I wanted to play it, I had to buy it. It was in a thrift shop. So I bought it. And then he was like, okay, now you've got to take it. And then I just pulled it in front of the shop. I started playing it. And now I'm playing in the street. And,
did he sell a lot more pianos after
No,
that?
it was a random piano in like a secondhand store. It just had one piano.
One piano.
It's £100.
Yeah.
I played in the street. First song I played, I'm like nervous as shit, playing it closed eyes. And by the end of that song, I turned around, there were 600 people standing still in the street.
Wow.
Total silence. Incredibly moving. Broke down crying. First time I cried in my life.
Wow.
Real.
In your life.
I'd forced myself to cry at my dad's funeral, but it wasn't real.
Wow.
I felt the pressure that I should cry. And everybody was looking at me. There's 600, 700, 800 people at this funeral. He had a huge funeral. People came from all over the world. Testament to a good life lived.
Yeah.
And but everyone's looking at me and I couldn't cry. It was so unreal to me, the experience. And I kind of, through the pressure of the moment, I forced some tears, but they weren't real. But in this moment, I couldn't hold it in. It was convulsive. I couldn't hold in the emotion of the moment. I didn't even know why I'm crying. I don't know what it is. Just something in that moment was like, felt like since he died, I'd never really done any, I don't know, I'd not done anything I wanted to do. I was just operating on fear for years. And I did something with no idea what I'm doing. And it was the way people were reacting. Now think about it. It's the way people react. I felt so seen. Because I go to work every day in the bank. I don't do anything for anybody, to be totally honest. It doesn't impact the world in any positive way.
Right.
You're just this quiet nothing and you're just a number walking. And then to play and all these people are smiling at me. I never did anything really that made people smile at me. And they're all coming up to me. They're sharing the most honest stories and telling me the girl came up and told me about a sister with leukemia. And I'm like, whoa, what's going on? And people want to take pictures and they want to exchange numbers and let's be friends. And I'm like, what is going on? I felt like all the love of humanity mixed with this huge release of my whole life. I've been playing music. And honestly, I've always mocked up doing this.
Yeah.
I was always too scared to play.
Can
for
I ask
people.
love of humanity which way? From them to you or you to them?
Love is a two-way street. It doesn't work one way.
Wow. Yeah.
You've been used. If it's not two-way, it's out of exchange.
Yeah.
Like love demands reciprocation. It is this conversation doesn't work if we don't have this.
Yeah.
There's a mutualness to any affinity.
Yeah.
And love is a very high affinity. It's a high closeness, a high admiration that has to be reciprocated. Otherwise you're there like a beggar waiting to be seen. It was very mutual. I was very grateful they were there. It made me feel so acknowledged. I'd worked on this my whole life. I've been playing piano my whole life. I'd always dreamed of playing for people, even though I was too scared to admit that.
Wow.
I love music more than anything. And that was acknowledged. Something that's so meaningful to me was acknowledged by a bunch of people who are strangers. They don't need to do that. You were going to your bus, you were going to work and you stopped and you're smiling and you're tears in your eyes and you're crying. I'm like, I'm so overwhelmed by that gesture. And to then you all form a queue just to talk to me and you make me feel like, what validation? And equally like, I gave you the thing that's the most meaningful to me. And for it to be received that way was like, and I was British and awkward. So I threw my hat, I was wearing a flight cap. I threw the hat on the floor as a joke and it just piled up with coins and notes.
Wow.
I was like, hold on a minute. And then I did it again and again and again. And I played that whole day till 1 o'clock in the morning. And I went home and I was like, this is what I am. That's my job. Whatever that is, that's my job. And some people would scoff at me like I'm a beggar in the street, not knowing I was an investment banker that morning. They would have looked at me in the morning like I was some special guy and I wasn't. They would have looked at me like I'm prestigious and I wasn't. I was doing nothing. I would sit on a computer and do back solve maths and I was contributing nothing. I was of no value and you might give me some false prestige. But whatever I was doing in that moment, I was like, by the end of that day, I would probably have met 20-ish thousand people.
Wow.
More than I met in my life times thousands. Like, and I overwhelm of business cards. And I bought this from the same thrift store, this used mulberry bag, just by putting my hand in and picking out some coins and throwing them. And I took the mulberry bag and then that was all filled with stuff. And it's like, what is it? And I woke up naturally at 5 a.m. to go see if the piano was still there because I couldn't move it. And it was. So I played again. I played every single day without a break, 9 months in a row, all morning, like first thing in the morning to last thing at night. And then I experienced a lot. So that's that's my core job. I want to share beauty. I want to go into a world that's just gray and often uninspiring and provide whatever it is that happens when you do music. There's some healing power to music that I've long since stopped trying to understand, but it's real and it's bigger than any other human barrier. I've played in countries where we're supposedly at war with them and I go there and I play. I was huge in Russia. I had a huge radio hit, 3 huge radio hits there.
Oh, wow.
Love Russian people.
Yeah.
I don't even speak Russian, but there is a humanity to it. I've gone to countries. I've played, and everybody becomes the same. They become who they are. There's a magic to it. It's just all the fake facade drops and you become who you are. I play for these super rich people. I played last week in Paris for very, 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 very wealthy dude. And he'd hide out this all fancy thing. And I show up and I throw my shoes off and I do what I do. The guy becomes a kid. He's not the big fancy guy anymore. He's a kid. And that's music. It's a human thing. It's a beautiful thing. So that's one job. And then the second job is a lot of people want to be.
Wait, you were in Paris last week?
Yeah.
Wow.
I played in this amazing place at Dauphine it was the week before last week. Because last week I was here. Yeah, the week before last week. It was in whatever. There was a palatial place. It had like this palace on the outskirts of France. Amazing thing. 100 people.
Wow.
Super, super incredible event.
Yeah.
But it's the same. At the same time, I went and played in the train station there in Gare de Lyon. Same thing. It's like people are people.
Yeah.
And so that's one of the jobs. The other job is I want to educate people because a lot of people want to be in the driving seat. They don't just want to be the audience. They want to do it themselves. That was me. And so I want to give the path to make that easy, fast, simple, inspiring. Journey of music was not inspiring. I had to rely on my own inspiration to get through it. And that took a lot.
Yeah.
It took a lot. The hardest thing I ever did.
Yeah.
And I don't want that. It doesn't need to be that way.
Yeah.
So I make sure that
you're talking about what you had to get through
to learn it,
to learn to play piano and perform the way you do.
Jesus. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like unreal. I had such a passion for music as a listener that would be what would constantly return me to it. But I didn't know the magic of performing. I'd never done it. I didn't know the magic of walking into a room, playing and making 200 friends. You saw me at an event a month ago.
Yeah.
I didn't even know half the people in the room. I go, boom, you've instantly made friends. I make another friend.
Yeah.
That's music. It brings people together. That is what music does. That is the purpose of it. It is a very high level thing. I still don't understand how that works, and then I just want to share. I've found success in so many areas. I've got incredibly diverse friendships from world leaders and billionaires and A-list guys and hustlers and people who work purely for the good of humanity and don't take a check. Charity people. Like I love humanity. I just want to contribute as much value as possible and I expect the same in return.
Yeah.
I want to just contribute. I want this world to be better. I want to make a ding in this world. And I know that it takes a team and I expect everybody on my team and I carry myself like a teammate and I just assume greatness from people and I demand greatness from myself. And I'm not a doctor, so I'm not going to try and heal people's bodies. And I'm not an engineer, so I'm not going to try and build a bridge. But I can do the things I do. And in those things, I want to be great. And I want to share that greatness. And I want to let everybody else be great. I want them to be able to participate in what I'm doing. I don't just want to be the special one on the stage, hiding how it works to be special. I want to include you. You want to do this? I'm going to show you how to do it. I'm going to show you step by step exactly how to do it. I want you to share in, this is magic. You want to be the magician? Here's how you do it. And that's that. And now as the business has grown, I'm very keen to share business things I've learned. Because I kind of accidentally grew a business. We did over $50 million in revenue. I want to share that. I don't know how the fuck I did that. Well, I do. I do know how the fuck I did it now, but I couldn't have predicted. I didn't go into it knowing that. That's
so unbelievable.
Yeah. I've made every year, I've made millions from no record label, no management, just being a musician.
Yeah.
I want to share how I did that. I want to share, I want to be an open book to the world. I learned how to be a good friend. I used to be very selfish. I want to share that.
Wow.
I learned how to operate as a guy who can get, and this is going to sound so convoluted or arrogant. It's just real. When I became I went to an all boys school.
Yeah.
I come from a village where there was nobody my age. Getting a girlfriend was hard.
Yeah.
And I was horny.
Yeah.
And there was an all boys school. There's no girls. And that was a bit cuckoo. And then, for whatever people brag about banking, you don't get any.
Yeah.
It's not that. You're working with a bunch of predominantly dudes. They're all geeks. They're all like super nerds.
Yeah. I know. Yeah. I have friends who are in an investment bank or hedge funds. Yeah. It's not a girl scene.
No, it's not. And you get with prostitutes or the unofficial prostitute, the gold digger, which is
That's
the
right.
same thing, just a long-term prostitution kind of contract. How little do you have to think of yourself to accept that? And how little does she have to think about herself to accept that? So you're in this very low place. I never did that. I never did the prostitute thing, but I did a harmonic of it when I became a musician. I got all this female attention. Wow. And I can get with a different girl every other hour if I wanted to. And I went off the rails a little bit in the beginning. And also at the same time, all these fake friends come and they invite you to a party. Every day I would play in the streets, and every day, hey, do you want to come to random club that you can't get access to? And you can come in and be my friend, and you go in and piles of drugs everywhere and hottest chicks you've seen in your life, but they're all kind of paid, but you don't quite know how it works. And just a degraded scene. And I learned the value of ethics. I didn't even know what the word ethics meant at the time. I want to share that. I want to share what I learned through my life. And I love to learn from other people. I come here because you're a successful guy. I want to learn from you. I want us to be friends. I want to exchange what we learn. I want to be buddies. But I also want to be buddies with Ricky. I want to be buddies with Grace. I want to be buddies with Christian. I want to be buddies with the other people in the room. I want to be buddies with everyone. I want to be buddies with all the followers. I respond to DMs because I want to. Everyone's got a value. Everyone's learning something. Everyone's picking up stuff. And I'm going to share what I know, and you share what you know, and let's just fucking grow. Let's make this collective humanity improve and improve and improve on every dynamic of life. And people get very focused on the material stuff. That's great. That's cool. There's a bunch of other areas. How do you be a great friend? How do you build kindness? How do you get out of the selfishness trap? Selfish.
Tough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like there's so many things. How do you, and I'll talk forever on any of it.
Yeah. When I saw you play, what was that? Like 2 months ago, like at the big house.
Yeah.
Maybe like 2-ish
6
months
weeks,
ago, whatever. When I saw you play, what I noticed at that event particularly, like I actually picked up on it. And I think back, and it happened at any event I've seen you perform at. I'm just going to tell you what I perceive. This is just my
I'd love
reality.
to hear it.
So what I saw is you started off as demonstrate your ability, right? It's like amazing. And then just at the point where everyone in the crowd wants to be you, you then allow them to be you. And this probably nobody's going to even understand what I'm saying right now, but I think you're getting it. Is like you actually find a way to involve them in the activity that you're putting on.
Correct.
And I've always seen in any performance I've been at, this we do this show. We do a couple episodes a year of this show on HGTV with this amazing couple. They are incredible. That's why they've gone from like zero to like boom in like no time flat, because they understand how to involve people in what they're doing.
Yeah.
And so that from my viewpoint is a magical thing to be able to demonstrate high ability, have everyone want to be you, and then let them.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah. But you do that.
I do that.
Yeah.
I'm aware of doing that. I can even tell you, I didn't do it at that one that you saw me play at, but I'll tell you what, I normally, if it's in a smaller setting or they're like these fancy parties, they're all sitting let me explain what's going on with that first.
Yeah.
The trap a lot of people fall into, it's easy to see with an artist because there's a stage setting, but people do this, business people do this, is I want to be the special one.
Yeah.
And so I stand on stage being the special one.
Mm-hmm.
Or what does that make everybody else?
Yeah.
If I'm going to be the big one, what does that make you? By definition, it makes you small. For me to be big, you have to be small. Yeah. And it's an artificial thing that always felt very uncomfortable to me. From the beginning, some people would try to elect me the big person.
Mm-hmm.
But they don't realize in doing that, you're also deciding to be small yourself.
Right.
If you're going to decide I'm big, then you're deciding big is a relative size.
Yeah.
So you're really deciding you're smaller than me.
Mm-hmm.
And I just refuse to accept it. I refuse to accept it because that's tempting, by the way, because that can be a drug. And you see a lot of artists succumb to it.
Yeah.
Like the celebrity. Celebrity is such a bullshit thing.
Mm-hmm.
It's such a bullshit fake thing.
Yeah.
Based on the lie that I'm special and you're not.
Mm-hmm.
And I have a different opinion. Like I'll be special, but you're going to be special too.
Yeah.
And I'll be big, but you're going to be big too. Because I want to make you bigger. The effect I want to leave with is we all get bigger and we can all get bigger.
Yeah.
And rather than be a goldfish in a bowl, sometimes when you're on stage, you feel like a goldfish in a bowl. Everyone's just staring at you.
Yeah.
And you're on your own. And I don't want that. I want this to be a group activity because for me, the beauty of music is to bring people together. We're all going to sing. We're all going to contribute.
Yeah.
I demand your contribution. You're going to sing. Let's go. And I want your thing. And because we're in it together, and let's make this a thing. And I'm very conversational during the shows.
Yeah.
Because this is us. This is a community act. And I'm doing this as an act of community. I'm not doing this to come here and be told I'm special and stand on the stage and you all just clap at me and then I'm like, yeah, thank you so much. Like,
yeah, dude, that's totally the flow sometimes from performers.
Yeah,
it's like thank you, appreciate it.
Yeah. Thank you so much, guys. I love you. Thank you. You've all been great.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. Yeah. Just scream at me outside a bit and thank you. It's fake. Like fuck that, dude. You're a guy. You shit. You have bad dreams.
Yeah.
You're worried about your mom's health. You're like everybody, and like stop that nonsense. But you have a gift, but why not include me in the gift?
Yeah.
Now, I have that same flow with everything.
Mm-hmm.
When I meet someone and I have a conversation, I'm not hiding anything. I want to include you in everything I know, and I want to be included in everything you know. I want the maximum level of affinity, and the maximum level of affinity would be being. Mm-hmm. When you take the distance out of it, you are just being.
That's right.
Communication occurs over a distance. Well, if I remove the distance, I don't want the distance. I don't want the artificial separation. I assume best friendship with people until you prove to me otherwise.
Yeah.
But I assume best friendship. I'm not here to compete. I'm not your enemy. I'm not your competition. I'm in your group and you're in my group. Yeah. You are my friend. I tell people all the time. I start at a show, just so you guys know, you're my friend. I'm your friend. We're here together today. Don't go with this fake you're special thing. And the spirit of that is in the school as well. Let me share with you this cool thing. And I keep updating it. Like, oh, guys, I've discovered this thing. I do these live streams all the time in the school. And I just share. I do these Zoom sessions. All the students come, ask me anything you want. And it's this back and forth. And I'm like, wow, I just figured this. Because I get bigger by making you bigger. We all benefit.
Yeah.
We all benefit from a better you and a better me. And a better, like, if you're a nurse and I can make you a better nurse, everybody benefits.
Yeah.
If I'm a musician, become a better, like we all do better for being better.
Yeah.
And I'm not. Now the way that I practically do that in shows, sometimes I did a show here in just outside Clearwater. We're in Florida right now. I did the show at Ruth Eckert Hall.
Yeah.
2,800 people.
Oh, dude, I heard about this. Yeah.
And they were so conservative when I came on the stage. Everyone's so I was like, fuck that. Like, guys, and I like got on the stage. I was like, listen, we're not going to do the whole you sit there judging me, blah, blah. No, like you're part of the show. Are you ready? Like, and by the end of it, people are screaming, having a great time. And I went out, like all the other artists, they stayed backstage.
Yeah.
Because, I don't want to, you have a green room.
Yeah.
And people have got to knock 3 times. And I finished the show. I went out, all the people, and I went into yours. Dude, I spent like 4 hours chatting to people, taking pictures, like, I want to be one of the group. I don't, if I do these private shows, I grab people, I make them stand around the piano. And I literally, like, I've done this with literal King of Norway. I played and he was like sitting there all holier than thou. I was like, bro, come on, dude. Like, I know why you hired me. You love it. Come on. Like, and I got everybody around the piano. It was on this lawn, amazing show on a lawn. And I grabbed him and just pulled him into the piano. I'm playing all this, I'm dripping in sweat, and everyone's like, that's music, dude. That's I love life. I want to live life. I want to enjoy life. I want to squeeze all the juice out of this lemon.
So I ran into my wife and I ran into this older gentleman who went to that show, who didn't know you before that show at all.
Okay.
The one at Ruth Eckert.
Oh, cool. Yeah.
And he would not, you know how old people, like, they have an amazing experience that just blows them out of their mind and they just won't shut up about it, which is the most, like, it was amazing. He like keeps going on and he's like talking to my wife about it. He's like, man, we've gone to, we're old. We've gone to a lot of concerts. He's like, I've been to every concert, every rock band you can think of, blah, blah, blah. He's like, but that show, I could not sit down. He was like, my wife and I did not sit down an entire time. And he even brought up, there was this piano guy who was just, we couldn't sit down. He just like kept going on and on and on and on. And I'm like, oh, he's talking about Stephen.
Yeah. That's great.
Amazing.
It's great. That's why, I mean, the task I have now, I was very intimidated musically. Weirdly, it was easier to promote the school than promote my music. And the next kind of wave for me will go into the promotion of the music. Weirdly, it's because it means so much if it fails or gets rejected. I was always very concerned with that, but it's kind of passed now. And I'm like, you know what? And it passed by getting a lot of online hate.
Yeah.
I never had a hater and I was scared about getting a hater.
Yeah.
And then I got 1, I got 2. Like, you can't.
I was going to ask about this, so please, like,
dude,
what's like, how do you deal with that?
Okay, so YouTube channels in over 1 billion views. The Instagram,
dude, unreal.
Thank you.
Unreal.
I've got some videos on Instagram. You know, one video on Instagram, 21 million views. So there's 18,000 comments. Not all going to be positive.
Yeah,
it's just not the reality of the world. Like, if I go in a room, there's 100 people. They're not all nice people. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Even at that Ruth Eckert Hall, there will be people in that room that wish me a downfall. That are sitting there angry, jealous. It reminds them of what they didn't do, and maybe they wanted to be an artist at some point and they didn't do it, and now they're sour and fuck that guy. And they go out and they write on their fucking Reddit or whatever, and like
Reddit,
fucking dude.
Yeah,
but yeah, look, like you put out a video of you singing, you're gonna have a bunch of people telling you can't sing. You put out a video of like saying this is how you make a sausage, you're gonna have a bunch of people telling you that's not how you make a sausage. You like, and I learned a lesson of like people. A percentage of people, when they see you do well, will be threatened by you doing well.
That's right.
And through some wrongness of the mind, feel that the way that they're going to survive is by pulling you down. The only way I can survive, I've got to keep everybody down. I've got to keep everybody down. And there are channels on YouTube. All they do is criticize.
That's right.
All they do is pull people down, investigative journalists. Oh, come on, dude. Why don't you use some constructive stuff? Why don't you celebrate a good thing? Why? Always with the pull down. And I'm like, okay. And the truth is, like, there is many things you can criticize about me. I'm not, dude, I've learned the hard way. When I started out with the school, I thought you could learn in 3 minutes a day because I'd taken 59 people in person through a thing and I would do 3-minute sessions with them. I learned on a self-study, you need about 10 minutes because you've got 5 minutes to watch a 5-minute video, 5 minutes of you doing it. Okay, it's about 10 minutes. Then the people who finessed on that thing and went to town, I was like, okay, there is I'll play I'll put out a piano piece. Yeah. There's 15,000 correct notes. There's people screaming, people going insane. And there'll be someone who is like, that F sharp was off. It shouldn't have an F sharp in it. The one when I did it in a train station, 160 million views. I'll always remember one of the ranked comments with like 16,000 likes was that I'd played one of the notes wrong. Because it was the song Imagine. Ding, 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 ding. And they were like, one of the dings was wrong. And I was like, okay. Like, and it's where they're trying to pull your attention. And it does pull your attention because it's like, oh, that stings. Yeah. The first couple of times. But after a while, it just fucking doesn't. Yeah. Like I used to be scared in rugby of getting tackled or of tackling. It's actually scarier to tackle someone. Yeah. But after getting punched in the face, after you break your nose a couple of times, you're like, it's not that deep. Yeah. And it's the same with the thing. I'm like, oh, I get it. So where am I going to put my focus? Am I going to put my focus on every day when I wake up? Literally this morning, I wake up. The first thing I do is I log into the school and I just pull refresh and it pulls me all the most recent comments. It pulls me videos that the students have submitted. Now by this point, every day is over 1,000 of that. Wow. I skim through it and it's just positivity. Oh my God. Oh, people like, you think people react positively to the show. Yeah. Like that's a show. But when they become able to do it and they get a taste for that magic and layer by layer, some people have been wanting to do this a whole life. Yeah. That's really fulfilling. I have 50% of my people on my school are over the age of 50. Wow. And a lot of them have wanted to do it since they're kids. They might have tried this or that or this or that. They've had a lot of failure in the area. They've thought, I'm not musical. I'm not talented. I can't do that. And so when they start winning, the suppressed is coming off. That's right. So am I going to put my attention on that? Or am I going to put my attention on some hit piece by some guy that has a failing music school who's just really trying to piggyback off the attention that I'm paying for with my advertising? That's right. And he realizes that, oh, if I attack this guy, I'm going to get some of that attention for free. It's a small thing. Very low conversion rate too. From the people because who look the only people you attract are sour people, and let me promise, they will refund. That's right. Because I have people that come on my thing and they refund, and I can tell you the commonality like this. It's a tiny fraction of people, but always the same. It's always this kind of victim layer of people, and that layer of people will flood to your kind of content. It's a shitty converting thing. You will attract people that like this victim mentality, and I promise you don't want them on your lines. I kick them off. Like I had a few people that come into school and they're a little toxic, and try to like, I just kick them out. Like, boom, there's your money, get the fuck out. Like, because I'm responsible for the vibe of this thing.
That's right.
And the vibe of my thing is magical.
Yeah.
Very uplifting because I make it that way. I don't allow toxic people in the space. I have a private group where people can post their performances, but it's a safe place. Like, it's not social media. Everybody in this group is learning. And there's now like 18,000 people in this group. And people post every day. One negative comment, you're out the group, there's your refund.
Wow.
There's zero tolerance. And I make it known. You come in the group, like, this is what's demanded of you. We're all getting better. You're going to validate the good and we're going to get more of it. Everyone's on the same journey. Don't pretend like we're here to get better.
Yeah.
So that's the spirit.
Yeah.
Don't demand perfection yet, but we're on the route. We're craftsmen. What is a musician? It's someone who works on the craft of music. Everybody in here is a musician, and don't make them feel less than it. Now I've learned that the hard way because I get attacked a lot. But never met a guy who attacks me that doesn't want what I've got.
Yeah.
Never met a guy that attacks me more successful than me, but always less successful.
That's right.
And what I've learned, like, I got a wild one. You want a wild story of...
Yes, please.
Out of nowhere, there suddenly was a lot of hit piece videos.
Yeah.
And I pulled the string and we actually reached out to one of the guys to offer, like, I'll talk to you.
Yeah.
And we did this. And I was like, wow, I know this guy. And we found out, and he got a dude in his team who ended up coming and working for us. And it turns out 2 years prior, a company tried to buy my company.
Yeah.
A piano education company.
Yeah.
A big one.
Yeah.
An app. And I said, no.
Yeah.
I don't want to, I want to build it. I don't want to leave it. And I've just got started. Like, the thing with success is you start realizing how successful you can be.
Yeah. That's right.
You're like, oh, wait. Because now, when you get your first taste, it blows a lot of like, well, I didn't think I could do that. I genuinely didn't think I could do it. And I didn't set out to do 40,000 students. I set out for like, oh, it'd be cool if I had 100 students.
Yeah.
That'd be amazing.
Yeah.
That was a bit unthinkable. But then you get there and you're like, wow, well, I realized, and accidentally you blow past it. So now you're like 180 and you're like, wow, like this is, or what if I do this? And then success breeds success. It becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy. And it comes in gradients. You don't have to believe you can be a billionaire. Just believe that you can make $1 more next month.
Yeah.
And oh, wow, maybe I can make 10. Oh, wow, maybe I can make, same with piano. You don't have to believe that you're going to be Freddie Mercury. But do you think you could learn with one hand to go dum-dum-dum? Yeah, probably. Well, let's start with that.
Yeah.
And that will breed the ambition for the next step.
Yeah.
Do this the whole way through the course. Don't be intimidated and overwhelmed by, oh, look at Stephen. No, like, that's why I break it down into steps. Anyway, this piano company tries to buy me. I said no. And then they came back and they tried to buy me recently again because the school went parabolic and it grew.
Yeah.
And now it's got word of mouth growth because they see their wife playing amazing and then they want to do it. Or they see their kids playing amazing. They want to do it. So it becomes its own thing, right? Yeah. And so they reached out to buy it again. And I got invited to.
By the way, that's an indicator, and I'm just going to say this to anybody watching. That's an indicator of a very, very good product. Because a good product, when you market it, it eventually picks up its own steam. Everything has to get marketed to start, but a very, very good, very high quality, like real product that delivers what it promises will then, boom, get picked up and will flood like new bodies into it via word of mouth because there's so few things that actually deliver what they promise.
Absolutely.
So they're like, I found something. Yeah. It actually works.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
And absolutely. And that, by the way, is also what you need to do the marketing gig.
Yeah.
You can market, and I can tell you because I've done both forms of it. When I did my earlier marketing, it was unnerving to me because I don't yet know. Like now I've seen 40,000 people go through it. Yeah. I have a lot of confidence. I can sit with full hand on heart and go, this is fucking amazing. Yeah. You should have it. And I have zero backup. I can go so hard sell. Yeah. Because I know I've seen it now. Yeah. But in the beginning, when you start to market, the scary thing is like, I'm kind of like, I'm just getting out of this. I don't know if I can handle it. I don't know if you're going to do well or not, but I have to kind of be confident for the marketing to work, but I don't know if it works. And I don't want to be a scammy guy, but this could be. And, again, like that, it goes away with the success. And if you focus on making something great, you focus on delivering a great product, that then will breed you the confidence to go market with a lot of confidence. Yeah. Now I'm very hard sell. Yeah. So I'll bring people, I'll show them a course. I'm like, I know, like, I don't have to, hey, if you'd like to do this, it would be really nice. No, fucking do it right now. You want to play piano? Do it. Yeah. And I have the confidence to say that because I know it works. So I can do that ethically. I can say that this is, And I can also say for some people, it won't be the right thing. If you want to play like technical jazz at the highest level, this isn't for you. That's not what I'm doing here. If you want to do like super, super, super advanced classical, like then you should do classical education. There is a place for that like stuff, but most people don't want that. And so this is catering to this group of people. But I was going to say something.
So the guy tried to buy your company. There was a guy that did
that was
hit
it.
piece.
So look, dude, it's amazing. So hit piece, right? Where's all these hit pieces come from? All saying the same things. And all at the end of their hit piece, hey, but buy my course. And I noticed something.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And I noticed a few on YouTube, a few on Google were promoting the same course at the end.
Oh, wow.
And I was like, the course that they're promoting is the one of the people who tried to buy me. And I'm like, that's a weird thing because I know that their product sucks.
Yeah.
I actually get a lot of their customers who it doesn't work out and then they end up coming into my school, hence why they want to buy me.
Yeah.
And I pull the string. We end up hiring a guy that used to work for these guys. And he's like, oh, yeah, no, like their whole strategy was to pull you down to try and crash the company or beat you into submission so that everything crashes and then they can buy it cheap because you won't sell it. So they're trying to, and I was like, oh my God.
Wow.
And it's easy. You just throw one of these guys 10 grand, they'll make a hit piece. Yeah, they're prostitutes. They'll make anything you want. Just sell them 10 grand, they'll do anything.
Yeah.
We've also, by the way, like a lot of these people, because everybody who does it will reach out to them. We'll be like, what is this? And fucking 10 times out of 10, well, I could make another video if you want. It's always this like,
oh, yeah.
Yeah.
They're like, I'm still for hire the other way.
I could,
Yeah.
I don't know. If something fell into my crypto wallet, I could change my mind. I'm like, dude, get the fuck out.
Oh my God.
It's all Gestapo stuff. But dude, it's also, by the way, it's 0.001%. To give you an idea, I've reached 1 billion people last 2 years. My ads have done over 2.5 billion views. Some weeks I spend $1 million on advertising because all the money I make.
Hold on. Some weeks.
Yeah.
I spend $1,000,000 in advertising.
Yeah.
That's unbelievable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And if that million makes 1.1 million, then the next week I'll spend 1.1 million. If it makes 800 grand, the next week I'll spend 800 grand.
So you just go broke on attention.
Yeah.
Is that the way you look at it?
It's not about attention. It's about, I want this school. My purpose of the school is not that I get a helicopter.
Yeah.
The purpose of the school is you play piano. I want to take that to as many people as I can afford to take it to. Okay, I have a team.
Yeah.
Okay, I have like a small, but I'm not, I could run the business and I know, I was an investment banker. I know about business. I could run this business. Let me tell you how most people run an info product business or how piano apps.
Yeah.
I know this because I was invited to speak at Silicon Valley. And it turns out all the people in the room were big investors in the two most famous piano apps. And they were trying to figure out, what are we doing? And I didn't know this. They kind of invited me there in bad faith because they said it was a talk about AI. And there were all these guys who were talking about AI and they want me to talk about my method of learning.
Oh, wow.
But really they wanted to learn like, why do all of our people like get bogged and leave? And why is all of his students like fanatical? Like, how do we create our customers to be fanatical?
Wow.
But their product sucks. And the thing is in music, the last thing I want is a robot teaching me or like sitting there with this in-person, like it. Anyway, so I went there and I was an open book, like always.
Yeah.
And I shared very openly. And then in the dinner in the evening, what do you do? I'm like the lead investor in blah, blah. And I suddenly start realizing like, this is
it's a setup.
This is a setup.
Yeah.
And that's what it is. It's just the reality. But these guys, the way that they organize their business is they have an idea. They go out, they fundraise a seed A fundraising for whatever, 10, 20, $50 million. They take all the money. They make an app. Now they go out, they do another fundraise. And the guys who gave the 50 million are going to then hook them up with their buddies in the banks who are trading other people's money anyway. It's all free money. It's not their money. They didn't earn it.
Yeah.
They don't know how to make money. They don't know how to produce. They don't know how to sell construction services and produce an income. They don't know how to go do shows, fucking 200 shows a year to go make enough. They don't produce something and get an exchange. They just do nothing and money flows. It's not their money. It's ultimately pension fund money from hardworking people or the real production. They didn't do it. And they take this money and they go, oh yeah, okay, so there's whatever, 500 million, 300 million for your idea.
Unreal.
Right. Yeah. And then then they'll do ads and they do mass advertising and it's very ineffective advertising. So they'll spend $1 and ultimately make 10 cents. They don't care because it's not their money either.
Yeah.
So I just spend it.
You have to lose money to gain a customer.
Right.
Yeah.
And they do market acquisition. So then they'll be like, hey, we've got 1 million people on the app. So now I can go do the next fundraise. I lost all the money.
Yeah.
Hopeless at business because I lost all the money. So now I'm going to go fundraise the next 500 million. And all the people who gave the initial 500 million to get their valuation back are going to help PR this thing. And they put out all the good PR and they pay the media to say good things. So they can go sell the next tranche of investors at a double valuation because that's how they're going to get the 500 million back.
Yeah.
And this whole thing's a deck of cards because fundamentally it's a shitty product that's sold at a loss for as long as they can keep this scam going. And these the two big competitors of mine do that. That's their model.
Wow.
So when I come along, I don't do that. I've never had any investment. I have no external investment. How do I grow my thing? Is I have to make a profit. I have to. I'd love the course to cost $6. I can't because the cost of advertising is so much.
Yeah.
Because I'm competing with all the other people who are advertising online. So there is like a minimum the price of it can be because there's a cost of reaching people.
Of course. Yeah.
And as I get bigger, that cost will probably come down because the cost of reaching them will come down.
Yeah.
But I price it based like how I came up with my business model is like, good, I'm gonna make enough to be able to pay everybody who's in the company, and then whatever is left, I throw that into next week's.
Yeah.
And so they call that bootstrapping, but I've just grown it myself with our own profit. I've taken no external investment. It's not some scammy criminal thing of like, oh yeah, now we've got all these customers, give me the next investor money.
Yeah.
No, like it's just a total scam. It's a total scam. It would be like, if you did that with your business, you would go to prison. If you went to a bank and were like, I need 2 million for this project, and then you lost the whole 2 million, but faked like it was success so that you could go like fudge the numbers and be like, yeah, but look, I did all these clients, give me 10 million.
Yeah.
It's a deck of cards. And eventually that deck of cards is going to implode.
That's right.
But what they always do is go for IPO, which means they're going to sell it on the stock market. That's the final goal of this game. So you fundraise Series A, Series B, Series C, IPO. IPO is where all these investors get to sell their stock and make a huge return. And then who gets screwed? The fucking taxi drivers who buy the stock.
Yeah.
Because they believe all of this PR. The dude who's sitting in Uber saying, oh man, you've got to go buy blah, blah, blah company. I'm like, no, you don't. And I know because I worked in an investment bank and I see the IPO companies and I see the balance sheets. And I'm like, this doesn't make sense as a company.
Yeah.
Netflix is losing money every year. What are you talking about this valuation? It makes no sense.
Yeah.
This business doesn't work and it exists only on being propped up by working people's money. So it's externally funded. The activity itself can't fund itself. That might have changed now, maybe the net profit.
Yeah.
And I understand there are certain companies you've got to lose for a while to acquire the market. So I'm not saying in the case of Netflix, I love Netflix, but there are many companies where it's just criminal. And you know this is never going to work. And it's just how long can we keep the Ponzi going till it implodes? So that's not the company. So yeah, some weeks I'll spend $1 million in advertising.
Incredible.
Why? Because I'm going to go reach a bunch of people. And then they come in and then if that makes money, I throw that into it. And now what happens with that is you get a lot of attention.
Yeah.
And really it's like 0.1% of people that become these sour grapes. And they're very loud and they're very attention grabby because they say provocative things. There's nothing really provocative. This interview might get fucking 10 views because there's nothing I'm saying that's provocative.
That's right.
I could talk about like a sex scandal. I could make a scandal. I just don't want to get attention that way. Yeah. I just don't want to. And
and the other thing about like, this interview getting 10 views, because it's not like, you're right, like the long form content that's very logical, right? It does get lesser views, but the quality of those views, like I've had one guy, so my wife and I are getting to the point to where around locally, so we run a lot of ads locally. So when we're out and about locally, people are like, are you the construction guy? And I'm like, yeah, I am. It's great. Yeah. But it's no photographs yet, but I'm sure that's coming. Like people want to take your picture. But the thing that I did run into is there was a guy who was like, dude, I watch your podcast. And this is like he like runs a big business. He's very intelligent. That's the higher quality person.
Very true.
Will watch a logical thing with somebody who they're like, oh, I want to know how he did his thing.
It's very true.
Like that's why we keep doing these, is because the quality of people that watch him is incredibly high.
It's very true.
Yeah.
I put some student interviews online and they get like 2,000, 3,000, 4,000 views. But the people who watch that are seeking to get better on piano. They're not seeking scandal. They're seeking, you know, it's not Love Island. It's, you know, nothing wrong with Love Island, but you're not watching a real love story, right? You're watching anyway, whatever. I'm not going to go into that, but my girlfriend loves it. And honestly, it's on every night in my house, but it didn't bring out the best in me. Yeah, dude, you're absolutely right. There is a quality of traffic and there's a quantity. The advertising, it's a mass blanket.
That's right.
And it's going to provoke a lot of people, and some people are going to get really blah, blah, blah. From my perspective, I stopped being thin-skinned about it. I'm like, look, does it work on the purpose of what I'm trying to do? Do I have a great product? Does it help people? Is it making people better? Well, yeah, I log in every day and I see blown out people. Good. Would I like more of that? Yeah. Okay, am I willing to go through the toxic online crazy world to get there? And the answer to that is, well, if it's effective, sure.
Yeah.
Like, sure.
Yeah.
Because it's not that scary. It's scary before you experience it. And then when you experience it, like, dude, because there's a patheticness to that person.
Yes.
These people, like, it's just the same profile of person. A hater is never, like, always go and look at their profile. Do this under every single video online. And this is the nature. If you communicate in this world, people are going to hate. Look at any video on Instagram, go in the comments, and some of the highest ranked comments will always be mean comments.
That's right.
On any video.
That's right.
Mean comments will rank. Go and look on the profile of the people. You will never see them sitting on a yacht, driving a McLaren, with a big business, with loads of friends. You'll see some weird kind of spacey art and some weird conspiracy fucking, like, always the same fucking people. And you're like, oh, you are living in a bedroom, spewing your lack of satisfaction because you didn't go and create the life you want. And you're taking that out on the planet. And you're intimidated by anyone who's trying to do anything because it reminds you that you're doing nothing. And you just want to pull people down all day long. And maybe you got bullied at school and now you have the opportunity to turn the tables. Maybe you're just that way, but you're not my group. But you're a tiny minority with a very loud voice. Tiny minority, because the first 5 comments will be negative, but then scroll through the rest of the comments. And you'll see it's all positive, but it gets no likes. So it's always the negative stuff, 18,000 likes, the funny little comments, loads of likes, but then scroll and you will see thousands. You'll see that it's vast majority positive. It's just not loud. And that's the nature. Like I could, again, like there's ways to get attention, and some people get attention, musicians, some people get attention by selling sex. And they go on stage and they get naked and they do all this provocative stuff and it works. It's just, do you want that? Is that the success you want? Is that...
Stephen only does that when he's in Dubai.
That's right.
Joke.
Everyone's got a price.
That gets clipped. That's the next thing. Did you hear he was in Dubai?
No, it's just like, look, there is a thing called integrity, and you can succeed without losing it. You can succeed whilst also being somebody you're proud of. And then you will enjoy your success. And I learned that the hard way because I've had success where I didn't like what I did to get it. And then I don't enjoy the success. I start thinking I don't like money. I start getting a bit communistic. When I was in banking, I used to think money was evil. But really, why did I think that? Because I hated money. Why do I hate money? Because I hate that I have to go to the bank to get the check. I hate that I'm dependent on the check. I hate that I feel like a slave because I have to do something I don't want to do to get my check. And so I hate the money. Because that money reinforces my dependency on something I don't want to do. That money represents me being someone who has to do something he doesn't want to do. What do you call somebody who has to do something they don't want to do? That is called a slave.
That's right.
I am a slave, so I fucking hate that money. That money's my master. Now, I do what I love. It happens to produce money. I don't even look at it. I just, boom, into ads. I'm so playful with it because I love what I do for it. And even if I don't get money, it's like if I'm in the streets and I play, give me a coin, don't give me a coin. I don't care because I'm going to play. I'm playing because I love to play. And whether or not you give me a coin won't influence if I play or not. It won't influence whether I play another song. I've never had a contract. I do shows. Some of these shows, people pay hundreds of thousands of dollars to get me to go perform. Never have a contract. I'm going to play. You might not pay me. We have an agreement. You pay 50% before. 50. You might not pay me. Sometimes people don't. I'm not going to let you determine whether or not I play. I'm coming to play. The rest is on your ethics.
Wow.
Do the right thing or don't, but I'm going to do what I know to be right.
Wow.
Bone me if you want. And I've been boned.
Yeah.
I don't need a contract.
Yeah. You've been not paid. You went, showed
Many
up,
times.
paid,
Dude,
and then
I had an experience.
Wow.
I played one show in Russia for a diamond company in a place called Ekaterinburg. I didn't realize this, but I was playing for like the head of the mafia. And
oh, fuck.
I didn't realize. I played this show. They paid me. I went backstage after and they paid me in an envelope of rubles.
Mm-hmm.
I went backstage and I took a shower in the green room and I came out and then two guys are standing there with AK-47s and they robbed me. And it turns out those guys were working for the dudes. And
Yeah.
I've had everything. I've had like, I've been scammed. And then I've thought, it's made me feel like, man, I've been so naive. People have come to me with investment opportunities and I've gone into it and they've been scams. They're not taking responsibility for it. And I'm like, you know what? I could introvert and go, I'm so stupid and I'm never going to do that again. And I'm never going to reach into the universe. And I'm so stupid. I should go live in a hole because, oh my God, look at what I've done. Or I could go, look, dude, that's your ethics. If you want to live with that, man, that's going to be a miserable life. Because I promise you, no amount of Maseratis makes you love yourself.
Yeah.
In banking, I had a Prada suit. I had the Rolex. I had the Ferrari. A Porsche. I hate my life. I had a gold digging girlfriend. Didn't like her. She didn't like me.
Now you have the Ferrari.
Now I have a Ferrari, yeah. And yeah, and if it burned down, I don't care. Like, it's just a thing. Because I love what I do, and if it comes with some side effects, I don't take them serious. I'm like, cool. It comes, it goes. I don't care. I'm so frivolous with it because I'm going to do what I want to do, and you're not going to stop me.
Mm-hmm.
And I will find a way to do what I want to do on a bigger and bigger and bigger scale. But I'm not going to be held back because you went out ethics. I'm not going to be prevented. I'm not going to let the attack you did on me stop me. Of course, I'm going to try and be more responsible in the future. Of course, I'm going to try and engineer it so that you don't bone me. But if I make it, I'll give you an example on the music.
Yeah.
There's a dude, I did a huge concert, 28,000 people.
Wow.
In Uzbekistan.
So many fucking people.
It's amazing.
When you get into a stadium with 28,000 people, it's like, whoa.
It was a kind of a street gig. It was in front of this palace in the middle of Uzbekistan, a place called Tashkent. I don't even know where Uzbekistan is on a map. I've never been there. Don't know anything about it.
Either.
I didn't know anybody knows who I am. And I still don't really know. And I went and there's this stage that's like colossal. And the only thing on it is a piano. And there's this gigantic square. And it's completely, it was unreal because they're all just standing there single file. They don't go up. It's just to the horizon of people. And the dude, I was contracted to play 45 minutes. And I was on that stage over 3 hours. And then I came and did an encore for almost 4 hours. And afterwards, he tried to sue me. Not only not pay me, but sue me.
Yeah.
For being on the stage too long.
Wow.
And I was like, dude, okay, first, if you're going to try and sue me, okay, but don't pay me. Like, he came and I was like, you know what? Keep it. Fuck it. Like, I'm not going to have, like, do what you want to do.
Yeah.
You know what I did?
Yeah.
It was like news all over the country. I played the song Hallelujah and women in hijabs were crying, singing Hallelujah. I had no idea, but that imagery got showed in a lot of Muslim countries. It ends a certain animosity to see thousands of women in hijabs singing Hallelujah, crying.
Yeah.
I didn't even think about it. I didn't know it was a Muslim country. It's just a song that I love. I wasn't playing it as some religious statement. I just loved the song. I played it. Hallelujah. And a lot of good came out of that. I'm not going to let you sour this. Like, you do what you want to do. Pay me, don't pay me. I'm playing. I've had people where I show up on the day. They're supposed to pay me the rest on the day.
Do you think you just couldn't have that positive of an effect?
Yeah, I know the guy. Like,
yeah. Like, he intended to just do the show, make his money, move on. And you actually created an incredible positive planet-wide effect. And he's like, not too much for me.
I know that the guy wants to be an artist. I know that he got into music to be an artist.
So he's jealous.
Yeah, he couldn't figure out as an artist, so now he does shows. But really, he didn't want to make shows. Some people want to make shows because they love to create, make a beautiful experience.
Yeah.
Some people, same in record labels, they really want to be an artist. They're not an artist, but they start getting jealous when they're around the artist because that's what they want to do. So they act to subtly try and pull the artist down.
That covert hostility.
That's it. And in his case, I'm like, there's just a sound, like, an electrified people. People were driving. I went in a blacked out car driving around Tashkent afterwards. Yeah. People setting fireworks off in the street. People like dancing in the street. The city was alive.
Wow.
And he was in the car and he looked pissed. And I was like, wow. This has triggered something in you.
Yeah.
And you're going into this spiral right now. And you've realized you're in a position where you can bone me because you think I've been naive. But the truth is, like, I didn't want to give you the power to stop me playing.
Yeah.
Because if I give you the contract and then you don't honor the contract and then now I've got it, I'm like, no, I want to do the show.
Yeah.
And I'm going to do the show. Pay me, don't pay me. Fuck you. I'm doing it anyway.
Yeah.
And that came from the streets because I'm going to play. I don't put money in the box. Don't put money in the box. I'm going to play.
Yeah.
Because I know if I keep on playing, enough people will put money in the box. I'll be fine. And I'm willing to keep playing until there's enough there that I'm fine.
Mm-hmm.
You can't stop me creating. I will create. I will create. I don't care if it takes me 1 song or 6 hours because I love what I'm doing. And I'm not here for the coins.
Mm-hmm.
I understand that I need the coins to keep going, but that's not why I'm doing this.
Mm-hmm.
I'm doing this with a sense of purpose. And you're not going to stop me doing my purpose because you withhold the gold coins. Fuck, keep your gold fucking coins. I'll get enough from other people. I don't need your sour. Okay, there's enough good people that will give me the gold coins.
Yeah.
That do have a sense of exchange. If you want to screw me, screw me. It doesn't matter. I'm going to go do another show. I'll get the money from there.
Yeah.
And I think that all the time. I had it recently. I did a show in Dubai. And the dude didn't pay me half the money. And I had tremendous costs because I flew out my whole team.
Oh, no, I didn't know I was making a joke.
Dude,
Oh, man.
but it's fine. It's
Oh,
fine.
God.
Like,
Yeah.
I'm not suppressing my rage. I'm genuinely not. I'm like,
Yeah.
dude, that's going to come back to bite you.
Yeah, for
I'm
sure.
not going to bite you. I'm not going to take an action. I'm not going to even say your name. I could say his name now and shame him. I'm not even going to do it.
Yeah.
You're doing it to yourself.
Yeah.
But I went there. I created an amazing effect. And who cares? Because one of the guys in the audience hired me for another event, which I did 3 weeks later, where they paid an astronomical sum of money.
Yeah.
Good. I got it there. But and even with that, like, I don't like whatever. If he screwed me out, I don't care. I'm just going to play. Like, and what you do is on you. But I attract 99.9% good people because this is my vibe.
Yeah.
And people like that vibe. And this vibe is a shortage in the world. And in an AI world, we are missing real humanity, a real sincerity, real ethics, real, you're a great ethical guy. I don't even know anything about your company. I met you for like 10 minutes. I saw you speak at the event and I was like, love that guy. You flow power to the things that I like. We have a commonality of ethics and values. And I'm like, I love that. I love that. I don't know anything about construction. My brother's in construction and I did, but
Everybody's done it at some point in their life.
right. But yeah, exactly. I had a side gig when I was younger, but I love the way you do what you do, and I love the you that you put into your life.
Thank you.
I really respect that, and so I'm like, I want to be in your orbit, and I want you to be in my orbit.
Yeah, likewise.
Yeah. And I'm like, and I say to people, like, I'm a friend of the world, but I expect your friendship too.
Yeah.
And until one of us proves the other one wrong, let's be buddies. Yeah. And if you want that, I will share with you everything. Yeah. I am here to share what I can share.
Yeah.
And
well, just speaking on behalf of lots of people, we want it for sure.
Yeah.
Just in case you haven't heard it today.
Dude,
we want it.
And I'll keep doing it until I've done my job. And and on a lot of that stuff, I'll tell you, I'd like to answer something someone says. Some people are like, oh my God, they're like so annoyed that my piano masterclass costs money. Yeah. It's so expensive. Oh my God, man, there's such a scam. I'm like, it's not. There is a reality to this. If you buy the coffee, somebody had to make the coffee. They had to put the thing there to go buy the beans, organize the thing, fly out to Peru, do the testing, bring the beans back, hire all the people, take the loan, take the insurance, the public liability insurance, pay the rent, blah, 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 for you to get there to serve you a coffee for $5. Yeah. That takes a tremendous courage on their part. Yeah, because it's scary. A huge amount of risk up front. In the case of me, there's over 40 staff. Yeah. I did not know how to run 40 staff. I don't know. I'm learning this as I go.
And you have incredible staff, and incredible staff
I do.
Have to be highly compensated.
Correct.
They have to.
We all work 7 days a week.
Yeah, they have to not be worried about the money.
Correct. So they can focus on the job.
Because then they can't do it. Yeah, exactly.
And everybody's incentive paid. Yeah. Because I want everybody to win. Yeah. When I win, we all win.
Yeah. We do the same thing here. Yeah.
Yep. And which I would definitely recommend to anyone who's in business. Yes. That's the way. And I want to include, but like I want to include the students in my success. I want to include the staff in my success. I want to include everybody in my success. I want success, and I want everybody to be success. I want to be included in yours. That, by the way, would be the transaction. Good. You do well, and you've got to this point where you've got the whatever amount of money it is to buy my program. Amazing. Because I have a bunch of different programs. I have one program, it's a coaching program, it's expensive. It's $5,000. Yeah, but for $5,000, you're going to get unlimited one-on-one coaching. You can have me doing tutorials with you. I'm a busy guy.
I got to tell you, man, $5,000 is not expensive.
No,
like,
but I'm answering to somebody who might think so.
Yeah.
And I'm like, look, but that's the
people spend $5,000 on a table that you don't even get to take, that you get to use for 2 hours, and you get 2 bottles of alcohol in Las Vegas.
Right. And on this thing,
that's also $5,000.
Yeah.
For reference.
Yeah. Dude, I mean, I know I know the value it gives, and it's exchange in abundance, but I can understand someone going, yeah, but hold on, I can go on YouTube and it's free. You can. Yeah. You can. Yeah. You can learn by yourself for free. Elton John, I think, did it. Prince did it.
Yeah.
It's going to take 20,000 hours. Mm-hmm. And if you were going to do that, you would have done that. And maybe you still can do that. There's nothing wrong. I'm not against it. 99% of what we give away is free. Mm-hmm. I do free seminars every week. I've done 3 books that I've given away to millions of people.
Wow.
Most of what I give away is free, and it's funded by the people who buy. The tiny fraction of people that buy my program fund all the free stuff I give away.
Yeah.
I want to be included in. If you've got no money, great. I can still contribute value. I still want to contribute value. But obviously, if you're going to come and I'm going to be there, I'm going to coach you, I'm going to hire a bunch of staff, and we're going to do all this stuff with you. If I'm going to take on the tremendous cost of delivering this product, then it costs some money. And that's it. That's your exchange with me. And then I give you this in exchange. Yeah. And you go read the people who do this. I've never met anybody who's like, man, I so regret being able to play piano. Man, it's such a wow. Man, if I could just take it all back and get that $1,500 that one time. Like, nobody in the planet. It's like,
yeah, exactly.
And me the same. Like, I am expensive because I'm valuable, and I'm here to deliver value. Mm-hmm. And to deliver value takes a lot more from me. I could give you the cheap, crappy thing. There's loads of it. Go get it.
Yeah.
But like, I like quality. I like craftsmanship because I like Italy. I like the fact that, you can knock up a quick, shitty building, or you can make something beautiful. My whole life, I make beauty. Mm-hmm. My job is I put beauty into the world, and I get all my money and I spend it on beauty stuff and studio equipment. And I could get the cheap mic. No, I want the great mic.
Yeah.
I want to make the school. I could have just done it on a keyboard in a bedroom. No, I took like the oldest music hall in England, the best music hall. I got the best piano, $180,000 piano.
Wow.
I got the best microphones. I got the guy who did Interstellar to be the DFP.
Oh,
to
my
get the beautiful
God.
shot. I got,
wow.
I'm like, what? I don't need to do that, but I want to do that because that motivates me, because I love the world of aesthetics. Yeah. That comes with a cost. Great. Like, but again, I'm not focused on it because my focus is on this, and like, pay me, don't pay me. Like I said, I give away most of it for free anyway. If you want to be in that world, man, you're going to love it. And and I know if I just communicate loud enough, I'll find the people that feel that way.
Yeah.
And I don't need to be insulted by people that have a different view. I can respect it. I can understand it. I come from, like I said, I was 15. We didn't have hot water. Mm-hmm. There's no way I would have been able to buy my piano course. Mm-hmm. Okay. I would have taken the free resources, would have thrown myself in. I would have dug into the 20,000 hours, but I promise when I got to the point where I could have done it, and I can take the easy road, and I've got some dude to guide me, and he's passionate, but I'm like, fuck yeah.
Yeah, there you are.
I'm going to flow power to power. I'm going to get power back.
Yeah.
Like, that's how it works. I'm the biggest consumer of education.
Yeah.
I spend so much.
Yeah.
And then end up sharing it, by the way. Like, I spent over $1 million on learning piano. I had to work out the math of that. I spent over $600,000 learning how to songwrite. Because how do I learn how to songwrite? There's a guy, David. He's Justin Timberlake's songwriter. I flew to Nashville. It's a few months ago now, but I flew to Nashville. I flew him to Nashville. I rented Dolly Parton's studio.
Wow.
I I gave him $18,000 to be one day in the studio with him to learn what I can learn. That's in the school. It's just everything I learned is in a 5-minute video that's in the school. I did it with like the dude who did Rag and Bone Man when he did, I'm only human after all. Don't put the blame on me. I went and found the guy that wrote the song. Yeah. I hired the guy. He's in London. His name's Fred. I went and worked with him. We wrote a bunch of songs together. I pay that guy.
Yeah.
I pay to play. I pay to get in front of excellence so I can learn something. And I end up going and sharing it for nothing or for peanuts. So you come like, it's all in there.
Yeah. The other handling for like, because our construction company is top of the market. Like that's where we price ourselves. And
anyone with your ethic is not going to create a shitty product.
Yeah.
Anyone who holds yourself at your standards is going to create the best.
Yeah.
It's just going to be.
Yeah.
And you don't need to worry about the people that aren't looking for the best.
Yeah.
Just advertise more.
Yeah, exactly. That's right. And that's exactly what we do. And the thing that I've noticed is when it comes to learning things or just getting people to spend money in general, people have the kind of like common saying of like, you get what you pay for, which I found there's definitely some truth to that. But even senior to that, when you're learning something, when you pay attention. If you didn't pay for it, you just said, "Oh, fuck my phone, my kid, my da da da."
I'm going to tell you something brutal.
Yeah, please.
This is going to be so people won't like this.
Yeah,
but it's really true. A guy came. I do this online class, right? Every time, and it's free. At the end of it, I try and sell you a product. Mm-hmm. That's how I pay for the advertising to make the class.
Mm-hmm. Let me just adjust. He doesn't try to sell you a product. He sells you a product.
No, I mean a lot of people don't.
No, I'm kidding.
But
because you're hard sell. It's like boom.
I'm hard sell, but I'm the hard sell the same way that if a woman's standing in the middle of the road and a car's coming, I will push her.
Yeah,
because it's the right thing to do.
That's right.
If you're sitting there and you're like, oh, I don't know. If you want to learn piano, if you want to learn piano and you've got the money and you can afford to do it, fucking do it.
Yeah.
And here's the testimonials and here's my journey and here's me and I'll give you a free class. I'll do whatever I need to do to show you.
Yeah.
Come and do it. Your life will not be worse off for being able to play the piano.
That's right.
You're going to be a happier, more expressive person. You're going to have a way to express otherwise inexpressible phenomena. You're going to have this thing where instantly you're not stressed, you're not anxious, I promise you, this will be a great journey. Mm-hmm. And it's not the scary thing you had when you were at school where the strict guy's going to hit you with a ruler and all this theory that you don't understand. It's not that.
Bro, it's the joy of creating.
It's a joy of creating, and it's given to you in a way that you've not experienced. And I understand you might have had negative experiences in the past. This isn't that. This isn't overcomplicated. It's not this. It's not anything you think. So I will be hard sell to the percentage of people that are there that are like, oh, I really want to do it, but I'm not sure. I'm talking to those guys. And again, I'm willing to hard sell because I've got the confidence of having now taken 40,000 people through it and I've seen all their wins.
Yeah.
And I wake up every day and the first thing I do is see thousands of wins on my little login. So I'm like, I'll be hard sell. But the flip of that is I also understand that ain't going to be for everybody. And I'm not offended or insulted by that. But like my course costs the same as like 8 piano lessons. Average price of a piano lesson in the United States. Yeah, I tell you, in 8 piano lessons, you're still not playing Frere Jacques. You're still going to be figuring out how chopsticks works. And you've started on a path that I did. It takes 20 years.
Yeah.
And when you do that path, when you add up how much you're spending every week and multiply by 20 years, you'll notice you're well over $100,000. And you're going to get that same result more than 20 times faster without any of the confusion and complication in a much more inspiring and validating way.
Yeah.
And it's going to cost
more aesthetic too.
Yeah.
Because that lesson's done in a little, dude, I took piano lessons when I was a kid. It's in a little thing where a guy rents a room. He's got a little shitty
piano. You show it for an hour. You can't even fucking remember what he said.
Yeah. The guy smells bad.
He smells fucking bad. My piano teacher, the only 2 things she hated was piano and kids. And, and I go there, she talks for an hour. I don't know what the fuck she was talking about. I go away. I'm supposed to practice these 15 things. I don't practice it because I don't know what the fuck it is.
And they never wrote it down. So I'm like, I don't even remember what I'm supposed to practice.
I'm like, it sucks.
Yeah.
And there's a check. And you think it's cheap. Dude, you do 20 years of that and do the math.
Yeah.
You talk about Berkeley. You go Berkeley and whatever it is, 60,000, 50,000 a year. To get what? To get confused, take a lot of weed, leave and get a job in accountancy.
Yeah.
Like the average person at Berkeley ends up being an accountant. Okay, so wicked. Like I have 30% of my students are out playing in the community. I have a 6-time Grammy Award winner. I have people I was talking to a lady, Nora, this week. She's an older lady and she works in a nursing home.
Yeah.
And she put a piano in the nursing home. She plays at the nursing home. She doesn't get paid for it. Every day she plays for an hour after work. She doesn't get paid for it. She does a job and then she plays for an hour and all the people come round. I've got somebody, it makes me emotional. I've got a lady, she has 4 kids, domestic abuse. Her name's Jennifer Pierce. Came to me. I'd had like a terrible experience with her husband. But it like got beat to such a point of like, I have nothing to lose at this point. All I've ever wanted to be a singer, beautiful kind of gospel singer. But I can only sing, I can't play. Comes in now, she's playing, she puts videos out every day.
Wow.
Made friends, gone around the world, went on The Voice, like living a dream. A guy, Matt Sortel, met him in his 60s. My interview with him is on YouTube, so you can go and see it. Type Matt Sortel, Stephen Ridley, you'll find it.
Wow.
Business guy, successful, runs a company, always wanted to be an artist, mid-60s, not done it. The one-day thing never works. One day.
Yeah.
Came in, that dude didn't think he'd be able to do it. Totally skeptical, thinks I'm full of shit. Came in through some hit piece. Somebody, Mr. Stephen's so full of shit.
Wow.
He was so curious. He rang. I couldn't close him, so he bought it for his wife.
Yeah.
Then he ended up doing it. Now this guy, not only is he playing piano, writes his own songs, put out a video on social media, which he never thought he'd do. One of the first videos he did, get over 1 million hits. Now he goes around Germany playing sold out shows.
Wow.
He's still running the business, still doing the family. He's living his dream. I'm like, I can do this. I can sit here for 6 hours listing off people. So do I care what Billy Dickhead, who's not done my show, his big opinion that it cost, it's $1,400. Oh, you crazy? That's so scammy. I'm like, bro, fuck off. Like, you have no idea. You have no idea. It's go do 8 lessons. That's scammy. You're going to be sitting there knowing fuck all about what you do. Sit there and do. Now, by the way, I will say another thing. I don't think all piano teachers are evil. I'm not against piano educators. Like, I have a lot of piano teachers who are on my program. Yeah. Believe it or not, most people who are on the coaching program, the more expensive program that I've got, are piano educators.
Wow.
And they come, and the confession is always like, I always really understood the technical blah, blah, blah piano, but I couldn't improvise. I can read sheet music, but as soon as you take it away, I can't do it. They've got some guilty secret. They've got some hole in their knowledge, or they've got a lot of and this is the reality. They've been teaching 20 years. Most of their students quit. And they're like, I didn't get into teaching music to have most of my students hating lessons and not showing up and quitting. And they're like, again, what are you doing that's getting all these fanatical people? What are you doing that gets, why are people like, it peaks secure, and then they come in, they have the big win. None of the piano masterclass is complicated. People attack me that it's not big, high level piano. Yeah, it's not, because that 90+% of what you want to do is so simple on piano. Yeah. So simple. And I know from that's what people want. And if you want to go further than that, then I've got the program to do it. Yeah. Which I've now launched. It's a coaching program. I will take you as high as you want to go. You want to play Rachmaninoff's Fifth Movement? We'll do it. You want to go into acid jazz and play Chick Corea? We'll do it. Yeah. But it's funny, these teachers come in with this stuff, and I don't have a thing against piano teachers, not at all. I like them a lot. And I am one. Yeah. I'm not hating on them. I'm responding to the people that hate on me, and I'm like, bro, I know that beneath that hate, there's either some jealousy, it's rooted in something that has nothing to do with me. Yeah. And that's a you thing.
100%.
Two people walking, a guy can come in and go, man, this studio is amazing. A guy can come in and say, man, this studio's shit. They're both correct. And it's more about them than it does about the studio. Yeah. It's like, at a certain point, you just got to let it go and crack on with your purpose.
Totally. Okay, so two last questions for you. One, in 1,000 years, your ideal scene. Look, he's already, dude, big thinker. He's already, boom, he's already there. In 1,000 years, you pull off whatever the wildest thing that you think about as you're going to bed at night. You pulled it off. What is Stephen Ridley remembered for?
I truly mean this. I truly, truly, truly mean this. I don't give a fuck if people remember me in 1,000 years. I don't care.
I believe you.
When I think about what I'd like in 1,000 years, I am a speck of dust that is just trying to contribute at this highest level. And I'm doing that. One of my biggest purposes in life is to inspire other people to contribute the highest level in their activity. When you come to my shows and if you go on my Instagram, if you're in my school, I talk about being a professional, being the best you can possibly be, for the joy of being the best you can be, for the joy of achieving excellence in your area, for the joy. That's how you get self-respect. You don't get it through Xanax. You don't get it through fucking the hot chick. You don't get it through some Lambo. You get it. You look at what you admire and then you become that. And it's probably what you admire is hardworking, ethical, doing the right thing even when you get paid more for doing the wrong thing. Like, you will see the qualities that you admire. And if you start duplicating those qualities, you'll start to admire yourself. And that's real admiration for self. That's real self-love. You can't fake it. You have to earn it. And if you don't have it, just find one thing that you look up to and start doing it. Yeah. If it's that you don't keep a schedule and you wake up whenever you want and you go to bed late and you watch too much YouTube, knock that off. Just make that one thing. Yeah. You'll find a sudden love of yourself that will propel you into the next thing. So what I want in 1,000 years and the effect I'd like to create now is just, I'm just a tiny dot. You're another dot. Yeah. And we inspire a lot of people to be the best they can be. And the total effect of that is we rapidly can change this planet. We can turn this planet around. People are driven by a passion and a hope rather than a fear and a slavishness and all of media and news convinces you there's nothing you can do about it. In 1,000 years, I would hope to not recognize this planet. I would hope for a kind planet with friendship, with a global humanity. There's no divisions, no war. No fucking drugs, no need for it. No need for this chemical escape and avoidism. Like I would hope that being here is so pleasant you don't need it.
Yeah.
I would hope and that's so much bigger than anything I will ever do in my lifetime. If I can be a small part of turning a ball in that direction, I'd love to. I'm not under the illusion of grandiosity that I'm going to save the planet 1,000 years. Not at all. And I'm not trying to be a Hitler or a Julius Caesar or do something so about me that I will be remembered forever. I don't care.
Yeah.
I'm just part of a group, and I want the group to do well. And I hope to inspire the next generation, and I hope that they will follow my example and they'll go inspire the next generation. And I hope that, and I two people can have 8 kids, and then you see them at 100 years old and made 160 people.
Yeah.
Well, I can inspire, let's say right now I've inspired, I don't know, maybe I've inspired 1 million people. Out of all the people that I've reached, maybe a million people inspired.
Yeah.
And then they go out and they reach, average each person 20 people. Good, so that's 20 million. And they go out and reach 20 people, that's 400 million. Very quickly, I can inspire a planet. It's real.
Yes.
And I can do it in a year. I can do it really fast. It's the ripple effect of when I put that video out, there's 160 million views. They're having a better day. They smile when they serve the coffee. They smile when they're driving their Uber. They're listening to it and going, oh, that's kind of nice. And they deal with it. Everybody's day, just the whole world literally can just ripple upwards for a moment.
Yeah.
And then it can go back down.
Yeah.
And ripple upwards again. And if I do it with enough frequency, and if I can get enough people on my team of putting beauty into the world, that's what I call beauty.
Yeah.
The world becomes more beautiful. And it's real how you do that. When you look at the numbers, you can influence the world, but not by you being the biggest influencer, but by having something that spreads. And negativity spreads, fear spreads, but passion spreads, positivity spreads, kindness spreads. And that's what I want to spread. And that's why I don't engage in negative shit, because that's not what I'm trying to put into the world. It's why I don't succumb to just being a prostitute, because that would push my music so fast. I don't want to do that. I know it would work. I don't want that. I want higher levels. I want to promote a higher level, and I want to take the path. And maybe it is a harder path, but it's not really, because I've done the other stuff, and that sucks, because you're working against your own knowingness that this sucks.
Yeah.
You're working against the depression that you feel every day and you don't know why. Well, that's why. You're not being somebody you admire. You're not holding yourself to a standard of which you're capable. And so in 1,000 years, I want people to be holding themselves to that standard, and I want to have played my part in contributing to it. And if I come back and I'm there, man, I'm going to be unrecognizable. I'm going to be so much greater than this, because I will come up in a culture that demands a greatness that we don't even think with right now. And I will push
a culture that demands a greatness that we don't even think with right now.
Absolutely.
Wow.
And I demand greatness from people, but I don't demand it like a drill sergeant. I don't demand it like a Nazi or I'm not going to punish you into greatness. It doesn't work.
Yeah.
That's how you make. My brother was in the military. 16 generations of my family have been in the military.
Yeah.
My dad was incredibly disappointed that I didn't go into the military. He's a big, you're not a real man.
Yeah. You didn't miss much. I was in the Army. It's fine.
I don't know, dude. I have such an admiration for servicemen. Brother served active duty, grandfather in World War II.
Yeah.
I have such an admiration. But then I also see what happens to them after. And they'll always say it was the happiest time of my life, love the discipline, the camaraderie, the stuff. But they bring about a greatness through breaking you down and making you into someone who is so other determined that when I say run over the bunker, you run over the bunker.
That's right.
When I say go into running fire, you do it. And that's required to make a great warrior. But it's not required to make a great pianist. It's not required to make a great businessman. You can lean into that quality, that passion, that dedication, that persistence on a given course, that resolution to just hold on no matter what. They're positive qualities that you would get from the military. But you now need to learn how to self-generate your own inspiration, how to self-generate that pursuit of greatness, because you haven't got a drill sergeant anymore. And I'm not going to be a drill sergeant, because I'm not going to beat you into greatness. I'm going to get you to very lightly just urge for it. Like you urge for Netflix, now you're going to urge for that next level. And we're going to get there by one step at a time of getting better. Because better demands better. It becomes a very beautiful circle, and it starts so small.
Yeah,
it starts with brush your teeth.
Yeah.
Keep your hygiene in.
Yeah.
Be a good friend. Don't lie.
Yeah.
Like, honor your family, honor your parents. Be of exchange, but start contributing to your community in a positive way.
Yeah.
Don't go burn Teslas. Like go do something productive.
Yeah.
Don't engage in division.
Yeah.
Be able to look at someone who disagrees with you and be kind.
Mm-hmm.
Like they will replicate. And then you know what? I'm certainly making more friends. Maybe I could do that business thing because now I've got a few more cooperators. And that's a long answer to your 1,000-year question.
Amazing.
Yeah.
So last question for you. And I hope you don't reach across and slap me for asking this.
Never would.
But there's you have an incredible level of energy, drive, determinism, grit, some people would say. You know, have you always been like that?
No.
Or is there something that you saw that you were like, oh, that woke you up?
Dude, no, I was not born like that. I was born small think, very scared, don't know how to survive. I look around me and everybody else is in the same boat. They tell me what they've learned, which are all false ideas.
Yeah.
How don't get too big for your boots. You've got to know your place in life. How big dreams is naive. You'll grow up. God, man, you know, he's such a dreamer. Head in the clouds. As opposed to head where?
Yeah.
Up your ass in the sand? Where should your head be? You should be in the fucking, where do you want to go? I want to go up. That's where I should be focusing.
Yeah.
Why would I focus anywhere else? But they're making right their situation. And but I didn't know that at the time. So I think that's how life's got to be, whilst also feeling uncomfortable with those ideas, feeling uncomfortable. Like, but I don't want that out of life. I want more out of life. I'm not okay with that. But I don't know how to get there. And it's pre-YouTube. And also YouTube's full of a lot of like, how do you decipher good and bad information when there's just so much information?
Yeah.
And so how do you know what's true for you? Because there's so many scammy things out there. It's just such noise, a sea of noise. And you can find anybody to validate your idea.
That's right.
You want to go and find somebody who's going to validate that you're a victim? There's trillions of videos on it.
Bro, there's a flat earth movement.
There you go. Dude. I guarantee, dude, there's going to be a broccoli gives cancer movement. There's going to be a... You can Google anything and it will show you the results for it.
Yeah.
That's the point.
Yeah.
I can Google broccoli gives cancer and there will be results. There'll be someone somewhere like, fuck
The
it.
purpose of a mind is to answer a question.
Yeah.
Like that's a primary function of a mind. It's not the purpose, but like a mind gives an answer when asked a question.
Right. It doesn't mean it gives the right answer.
That's right.
It gives a flash answer. And what we can do is stand back from that and analyze and train the mind.
Yeah.
Look, dude, I've done a lot. I get attacked from Scientology. I get attacked because I'm a Scientologist. I'm like, bro, you don't even know what it is. Like, Scientology for me is if I didn't tell you, you wouldn't know I do it. You wouldn't even know, but it's something, that's just something that helps me. You don't need to know anything about it. Bro, if you don't want to do it, don't do it. It's up to you. I'm not trying to recruit you in Scientology. You don't have to believe what I believe. You don't have to. I do it because I tried a lot of other stuff and it works for me. And it's practical tools that I can apply in life and get better. And when I apply them, I get better.
Yeah.
And I found a code of ethics in there that really made sense to me. That wasn't because somebody else tells me and they're going to punish me unless I follow these rules, but it appealed to, you know, there's a great book there. I read a book dude, I was I'm skeptical. I don't want to do anything with that. I'm totally atheist. I tried it, tried Buddhism. I tried meditating. I'd gone to India. I'd been in an ashram. I'd grew up very Christian. Still believe in God. I'd still probably consider myself Christian. I would also, by the way, consider myself quite Buddhist and Hindu. There are concepts in each of these religions I really admire. The concept that, the Ayurvedic principle that you become godly through acts of service. I love that. The Christian principle that divinity is within you. You have the potential to exercise divinity.
Yeah.
I massively believe that love is the highest quality. Massive believe that there is something greater than all this. Massively believe that. But there were some practical tools that were missing. What I found from Scientology is it's just very practical. And I didn't go into it for spiritual bluff. I went into it because there was a book and it was like how to improve your conditions in life, how to improve your finances, how to improve your relationships, how to get more self-confident, how to get motivated. Well, I love that stuff.
Yeah.
It's only a book. I'll read it. I read it. I applied it. It worked. So I use it. People get so threatened and thrown off by it. I'm like, bro, you don't have to, it's got nothing to do with, you know what I mean? Justin Bieber, whatever he's called. He's a Christian. I don't care. I like his music. It doesn't mean I've got to believe what he believes. There's a bunch of people, I don't know what they believe. It's up to them. But also I can judge something on its effectiveness.
Yeah.
And I can judge like the thing on Scientology is I would look at the people doing it and I'm like, they're doing well.
Mm-hmm.
Look at Grant Cardone, I look at Tom Cruise, I look at John Travolta, I look at Dr. Berg, I look at big people and they're doing well. And then I go there and meet all these successful people. I'm like, these guys are doing well, but they're like doing well.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and they're ethical and they're not running out and not doing drugs and they're not doing degraded stuff. What is that? But they're doing it. They're not doing it because otherwise they'll get punished. They're doing it like they genuinely don't want to do it. How do you genuinely not want to do it?
Yeah.
How do you genuinely find some ethics? Because I want to be good, but I've got all these temptations. And I don't want to get rid of the temptations by suppressing them and saying, oh, come on, Jesus, help me out. I tried it. It just didn't work for me.
Yeah.
And then I'd feel this tremendous sense of failure every time I'd relapse into some destructive habit and routine. But that helped me find like, why be good?
Mm-hmm.
Well, the reason I would be good is because then I'll live in a better world. The reason I'd be good is because these bad things don't produce good consequences. I do want good consequences. Oh, wow, yeah. I don't want to die. I don't want to be strung out. I don't want to be addicted. I don't want to hurt this girl.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to be a bad person. I don't want to screw over people. That isn't what I want. That isn't, okay. Like, and then at the same time, dude, I've surrounded myself by so much success accidentally in music.
Yeah.
And I soak up their successful actions.
Yeah.
And I've surrounded myself by, and again, by the way, they can believe whatever they want. I don't care. Like, but I will be interested in their beliefs to the extent that it's driven something that I can observe to be successful.
Yeah.
There's a guy who's a Greek Orthodox. Fucking love this guy. Ianopoulos and Giovanni. And I love this guy. My mum's got a friend and very disciplined guy, Giovanni D'Alassio, one of my favorite people in the world. Very disciplined guy. And I struggled with discipline. And I'm like, where do you, like, I'm tapping into, like, where do you get? And his thing was a pursuit of greatness. I was like, wow, I've never thought to pursue greatness. I'm like, you work enough to get a check and then you stop working. That's the mentality where I come from. You work until it's clocking out time. And then it's like, fuck the boss, I can go to the pub. But the pub's not serving you.
Yeah.
And you go home and you're miserable. Why are you miserable? Because you're not achieving greatness. But you've got all this potential. Why don't you just keep working? Because you only work for money. But what if you didn't work for money? Because he's hardworking. He works for purpose. Yeah. He works to be great. I never thought of that. I never met anybody that works to be great. You work to be great. The side effect is he was a brilliant craftsman and made a lot of money. Yeah. But the money was the side effect of that. He was not driven by making a lot of money. It's just a natural side effect of being great. When you're great, you happen to make a lot of money. Of course, when you're the best carpenter in the world, he was a carpenter, a worksman. Oh, wow. Yeah, he gets the best jobs. Yeah. People want the best, they're going to hire him. Yeah. Well, okay, you want to hire me? I work with the best oak, the best tools, I have the best shit. It costs a lot. And the people who want the best pay it. But that isn't why he's doing it. He's not motivated by the money at the end. He's motivated by, wow. And that's been my journey of life. I've sought out greater states of existence. I've sought out higher levels of existence. And I've soaked it up from everywhere and I don't judge it. I don't get scared because, Scientology. I don't get scared because, voodoo Buddhism. I don't get scared because, he's got an opinion that might not fit with the mass opinion. Yeah. You know, I find it very RFK Jr. Yeah. Amazing. I met him inadvertently. Wow. I didn't like him initially because I was a bit like, I generally don't like politicians.
Was it The Voice? Oh.
No, not The Voice. No. I just generally have an a pretty well-founded idea that I don't trust politicians.
Yeah, true.
It's a bit of a weird job.
Yeah.
A bit of a weird, I'm like, what is it? Like, it's a bit of a weird thing, especially career politicians. But what I was curious about the guy is he'd sued Monsanto. Yeah. Who poisoned people by making chemicals and then they own the market. And I come to America and I get bloated. I go to Europe, I can eat food and I lose weight. I come here, no matter what I eat, I get bloated. Yep. I'm like, the fuck's up with your food, guys? Like, as a European, I'm like, you guys are fucking, and you've got weird bodies. I don't mean this. There's a lot of people in America with weird physical shapes.
It's true. Yeah,
and I'm like, what kind of chemical made that? Because nobody in Europe has that physical shape. Yeah. It's an unusual shape, like toothpick legs and a huge belly, or a fat neck and everything else is like, I'm like, what? Yeah. I really don't mean to offend people when I say that, but I'm like, that's not, a natural body doesn't look like that. Yeah. You don't see people in sub-Saharan Africa looking like that. You don't see anybody in Europe looking like that. An Italian person is like slender and nice. And I'm like, what?
Dude, you don't see Americans in 1960 looking like that.
You don't. And ultimately, 200 years ago, you were British. And if you walk
Yeah.
around England, you don't see British people looking like that.
Yeah.
I'm like, how did your body change so fast in the last 50 years? And then I come in and I see my body change and I'm like, whoa, I don't like this.
Yeah.
And so I found out about RFK Jr. because he's suing Monsanto. I was like, that's pretty brilliant. That takes balls because they're going to kill you.
Yeah.
And
dude, you know, you just made me realize, I'm sorry for interrupting.
dude, I love it. I love a realization. Tell me.
So I'm partners with some really good friends, people you know, in an Italian restaurant here, and I just realized
Plug it. What is it called?
Valentino.
Okay.
It's down the road in Clearwater. So
I'd love to go.
we need to have you there. So, but what I just realized is I'll go there, and I will pound food, and I'm never bloated at the end. And you know what I just realized though, because I'm involved in the back end of the business, we don't buy any of the dry goods. I think the only thing we get that's American is like the live things that like it wouldn't make sense to necessarily import. But all the dry goods are imported. I think even some of the produce might even be, but it's all imported. It's all actually from Italy. And it just occurred to me that I'm like, holy shit.
Dude, I'll go even further and I'll give you something. When I came to America, the problem of this country is now people have to go into these radical diets of like, I'm going to do meat only.
Yeah.
Why do you have to do meat only?
Yeah.
Because there's so much shit in the other food.
That's
but
right.
You're going to be malnourished. Like you can't live on some extreme, like you have all these extreme diets here that in Europe we generally don't have. So we don't need them because you live in the Mediterranean, you live like 10 years longer than an American. You have a very balanced diet because the food is great quality. Here the food is so shitty. You've got to have this diet where you only eat meat or you only do, everybody I meet here is doing something. They're all allergic to something. They're lactose intolerant and they're this and they can't do gluten or that. Why can't you do gluten?
Yeah.
I eat pizza all day in the UK. I don't get bloated. I have one carb here and I'm...
Yeah.
So I think I've got a gluten allergy. Probably not. I've probably got an allergy to whatever fucking chemical you're putting in your food. And the drug companies are paying off the politicians who are paying off the FDA, so we don't even know what's in the food. And so now when I'm here, for the first... Like, I came here, like, I've got to eat sushi. I've got to eat meat only. And I'm miserable. I'm like, God, and I feel tired all the time because I'm malnourished. And I'm like... And then I've got to spend hundreds of dollars on supplements to try and get... I'm like, dude, this is so scammy. So scammy. Coming from Europe, I come here, I'm like, dude, this is broken. Like, this is fucking broken. It's all corrupt and you're fucking up your soil and that's why everything's going wrong.
Yeah.
And Monsanto does that. They're probably going to kill me now and take me out and they'll pay for a bunch of hit piece advertising and suddenly there's going to be 16,000 hater videos to silence me.
Oh, man.
Dude, I'm just telling you how it is.
Yeah.
And I met RFK Jr. and he told me exactly what I told you just now.
Yeah.
He's like, this is what's happening. And they pay off the politicians. He sued them because the water from the soil was so toxic, it had gone into the water supply and everybody got cancer in this area. And they sued them for billions and they won.
Wow.
If it's giving them all cancer, what the fuck is it doing to the spinach that's growing?
Yeah.
That you then eat, that's 90% water anyway. I'm like, whoa. I met a guy yesterday called Fred. He's got a company called, I'm going to shout him out. I think it's called something Harvest. Fuck, I can't remember it. But it's a company where they put something to clean the water before it goes on the crop.
Yeah.
And they started out as a water filtration company. And then they were like, yeah, but everyone's so ill because the water that's going on the plants is so poisonous.
Yeah.
And then they have to put fertilizer and all this chemical on the plant because the water's, so he's like, and then he's getting like 20x yield. Take away all the fertilizer, he gets a 20x yield on a crop using this. I wish I could remember his name, but Frank. Shout out to Frank. Like, but these are the people I meet because that's who I'm looking for. Because I look who I come into contact with by just making myself that. And I promise to everybody watching, a lot of people come up to me with this like, oh man, if I could one day be like you, you can start today.
Yeah.
It's a decision. And I made a decision and then there's a big time lag where the ripple starts occurring. And you might not have thought you wanted to be like me when I was playing in the streets with no shoes, getting rained on with the police stopping me, confiscating my piano. You might not have thought you wanted to be with me when I naively kind of went to Brazil and then getting kidnapped and held in a favela. You might not have thought you wanted to be me when, I was drunk as shit with the police coming into my apartment and I was waving a knife around because I'd gone into such a psychosis over some girl who cheated on me, blah, blah, blah. Like, I've learned the hard way.
Yeah.
I really have. Like, I'd done stupid shit to figure out that I shouldn't do stupid shit.
Yeah.
You don't have to do that. You don't have, there's no romance in it. There's no glory in it. It might be entertaining when you watch the Hangover movie. I promise when you live it, it's miserable because that stuff comes with consequences. You've got to go pay the price.
Yeah.
And, but you can make a decision. I've made this decision. I make it all the time. And it's a gradient. It comes in layers. You don't have to decide to be fucking David Goggins. Just can I go to the gym today?
Mm-hmm.
Can I do something? Like, can I get through one CrossFit session?
Mm-hmm.
Can I just make it through it? I don't have to invalidate because I can't do 6 Ironmans in a row that I can't go to the gym. I can't have to invalidate that I'm not going to work on that idea because I can't figure out how to make it $1 billion company. And the problem with YouTube is there's so much success on there that it can be depressing. I don't know where to begin. And there is also a lot of education on there, but even the education is like angled. It's why, by the way, my proposition is clean.
Yeah.
It's very clean. You buy it, I show you. It's not a YouTube video where I'm somehow going to give you a problem so I can eventually sell you the course. So it's sort of education, but I'm kind of tricking you and making you go in circles and confusing you so I can later sell you my thing.
Yeah.
There's a lot of that and you don't know enough to filter out the good and the bad. It's just a bucket, an unfiltered bucket. And you know what I mean? And that's what it is. I'd rather do it cleanly. I'd rather be like, look, here it is. It's all laid out. It's a course. Yeah, it cost me much money to produce. I've got a whole bunch of people pay for it. That's how much it costs at the end. Clean transaction. We're done. Otherwise, to make it work, if I'm going to give it away for free, well, how am I going to pay the staff? Well, then I'm going to have to put a bunch of videos out that give people problems so they can solve the problems. And then I'm going to have to make sensationalist videos where I attack other people that are doing well so I can take their audience for free. Oh, like all the people that attack me online. Wow, that's interesting. Because they don't know how to advertise. They don't advertise.
Yeah.
So how do they advertise? They go, oh, this guy spent $1 million this week. Well, I can't spend $1 million, but what I can do is just attack him and then and take his name and try and piggyback off it to sell my product. Because people are searching for him. So I'll try and get in them search results and that's how I'll make my product. It's all scammy and shitty. It's all toxic and bullshit. And I promise those people don't like each other. I promise they're going to have like an 80% refund rate from the toxic people that if it worked, and it isn't going to work, but if it worked, you're not going to attract the people that I attract.
Right.
I attract amazing people into the school. I don't have to do much to create the culture of it. The culture of it is phenomenal. Phenomenal. Where people get married in the school. We have
wow.
Yeah, literally, dude. Like we've had like friends for life getting made people move to live near each other and make groups. It is so supportive. And I do a little bit to make that, but I put out a vibe, but it attracts that vibe. We are now putting out a vibe. And you said something great. Maybe this gets 10 views, but the people it will attract are our people. Yeah. Because if you're still listening and you're attracted to this vibration, whatever you want to call it, then you're one of us.
Yeah, that's right.
And you might do roofing, you might do tiling. You are one of us. Like, and I want to be a friend, and I'm sure Brad wants to be a friend. Yeah,
absolutely.
Like we want to connect, we want to do great things. Because if I'm going to do construction, you're the construction guy I'm coming to. Because I don't even have to ask.
Yeah,
it's going to be a great job.
Yeah,
don't need a contract. Don't need it's going to be great.
Right.
I've a few little investments inside. Like I look at the person, I listen to the idea, but I look at the person. Are you going to be willing to make it go right if it doesn't?
That's right.
You're going to take responsibility when it doesn't work out.
Yeah.
And if it's a yes, all right, I'll go for it. Spare me the details.
Yeah.
Because that's all hypothetical anyway.
Yeah.
All I want to know is I trust that you've got a plan. You wouldn't be talking to me if you didn't have a plan.
Yeah.
What are you going to do if it doesn't work out?
Yeah.
Are you going to take responsibility for when it doesn't work out? You are?
Yeah.
Cool.
Amazing.
And that's it, dude. I could talk to you for 16 hours, honestly.
Yeah.
We have to do it again.
Likewise. Yeah. Bro, thank you so much for being on here. I really appreciate it. What's in case somebody's seeing this URL? URL for the Ridley Academy.
Look, Instagram, Stephen with a PH, Ridley like Ridley Scott, RIDLEY. Ridley Academy, we've got an Instagram. You can find us ridleyacademy.com. You can find me on all the socials and whatnot.
He's easy to find.
If you can't find me, it's a problem. And if you watch this video, we're probably going to retarget you in the next 4 months anyway with an ad. But seriously, I mean this with all sincerity. If any part of what I've said has inspired any form of anything, reach out to me. I'm going to talk to camera. Like, reach out to me. I'll talk to this camera. Write to me on Instagram. Write me what you want to know. Look, I get a lot of messages. I might not be able to respond, but write me 6 times the same message. If I don't see it, just keep writing to me, and eventually I will respond to you. If you need some help on something, I'm not going to throw money at you. Don't do that. And don't beg. But if you I want to figure out this, or I've got this, or if you're interested in the piano school, write to me. If you're interested in learning something about business, write to me. If you want to, anything you want to book me for a show, write to me. If you've never booked a show before, you don't know how to do it, but I'm inspired because I've got this theater near where I live, write to me. Like, I want to create, and I also want to help. And maybe there's nothing I don't care if I don't benefit. If you do well, go out into the world and have a positive effect in this world. I want to meet you. I want to help you. I want to flow power to you. And I expect the same in return from everybody, by the way. I want your help and I want to give your help. give my help and I want your help. I want to, and I don't care too much about what comes back in return because my purpose is the help. My purpose is the craft. Whatever comes back, that's on you. But I'm going to do it anyway because that's what I want to do. So please use me. I'm a resource. I'm not some guy on the internet that has to be special. I am including you in my journey. So be included. Be part of this community. I'm sure you would say the same.
Yeah.
Like we do this out of a genuine ambition to reach people.
Yeah.
That's why I came at least. And so users.
And to help. Mr. Stephen Ridley. Thank you, bro.
Thanks, bro.